right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today, my friend?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. Just staying warm here as the cold continues to sweep on the Northeast here, at least, and apparently elsewhere, as we know that Mike from our chat room is down in, where is he? Kansas City, and he's freezing his little patookies off, but he's not used to living in the cold, so that's all right. We also have some economic data. We should get right to that because that just came out. And I know everybody's looking to see what the numbers are. We don't have a big market reaction to it yet, but probably because the numbers came out pretty much on target. Initial and continuing jobless claims both came out. As you can see here, they're pretty much, the reported numbers are pretty much right on target for both. The Philadelphia Manufacturing Survey, a little weaker than expected at only 18.1, which is a contradiction to the New York manufacturing, which was a little stronger than expected. So a little bit of a divergence there, but I mean not enough to make the market really concerned. So overall, I'm not seeing much of a reaction. Later today, we do have a few Fed speakers, as you can see listed here. Actually, there's a few more even later in the day. And of course, we've got, that should be leading, the U.S. leading economic indicator, which is expected to see a 0.1% contraction. So, relatively quiet day. But even when we've had numbers like yesterday, we had the Fed minutes come out, all expecting some action at 2:00. Nothing. I mean, not absolutely nothing, but pretty much nothing. It really was a very weak reaction to it, which was a little disappointing. So, yeah, it seems like the market's calmed down and is not reacting as much to this economic data. Because you know what it reacts to? Announcements out of the White House. That's really what happens. Fortunately for our trading sanity, a lot of those have been happening after market hours. So that's sort of good, actually, because you just never know what's going to happen when that happens, when those announcements come. So I'm sort of happy if they don't happen during market hours. But, who knows what's going to happen today, right? We're always on edge with this administration. So it can be exciting, but it can be nerve-wracking. So keep cool out there. All right, we do have a lot of earnings today, actually. So while we were sort of towards the tail end of earnings season, we had a sort of busy night last night with a couple of earnings and then a whole bunch more this morning. So we'll see which one of them make our gappers list and go from there.
All right, sounds great, guys. Take a look at our gappers list this morning. We got a ton of stuff, red and green today. So we're gonna get to the top, maybe 4 on each side, and then we'll hop around a little bit on what we have on earnings. So first on deck here this morning, we're looking at VNET. VNET. We are up 24%, 2 million shares traded. The daily right now looks pretty good. It's been moving pretty well here in the last couple of weeks or so. Peter, this is a not a low flow actually. 776 million shares flow. What's the latest and greatest today?
Well, this is a IT services company out of China. I don't remember seeing it. I don't know. It's got sort of one of those generic tickers that maybe we've seen it before. I mean, clearly the daily looks like it's been moving well, but I don't remember it. I don't know. I don't see a lot of news on it here, really. Earlier this week, there was some news that. What was the news earlier this week? Oh my God, Carlos, I don't know what's going on with this. It's been associated with DeepSeek, but I don't know why. So I don't know. Apparently they're investing in AI. That's really all I've got. I'm trying to get deeper than that, but I'm not sure.
All right.
Sorry. I'm at a loss.
No, all good, man. All good. It happens. It's in play here. I mean, typically doesn't meet what I like to look for in a stock, so I'm not going to have it on my list, but obviously clearly in play this morning. Let's jump over to GDS. GDS today, we are up 16%, 1.1 million shares traded here. Daily looks interesting, but we got some volume today, Peter. This is GDS Holdings. I'm not sure what's driving it today.
Well, there seems to be something going on in this sector because this is another IT services company out of China. So it seems like, there was some talk out of the Chinese government yesterday that I was seeing where, remember, they were planning to invest in a couple of different AI ventures and said that they're going to deeply support that industry in China. So this really could just be an offshoot of that. I haven't seen any specific announcements where they said what they're funding, how much that's going to be, what that will look like. We certainly know that the U.S. Has the U.S. The White House administration has basically declared war on China on the AI front, and it looks like maybe China's fighting back, which is why their AI tool sector is gaining a little bit of height here, or at least a little bit of price profitability. But again, I'd like to get some real specific news on this to tell you exactly what's happening. But other than that general assumption, I'm not sure.
All right, there you go. Next on the list, guys, let's take a look. We are having a couple of Chinese tickers. Billy is on deck this morning. Billy, right now, we are up 12%, 2.3 million shares traded. So we got a little bit of action here. And then I see some other ones. I see Baba and what else we have here? A couple of other tickers, China, JD, PDD, a bunch. So obviously something going on with the Chinese stocks this morning. Peter, anything over on China?
Well, at least with Baba and Billy, we've got some specific news. So both of them had earnings this morning, and I know your favorite stock there, Carlos, Baba, or at least your favorite Chinese stock, had earnings. Not exactly the same picture with both. We can maybe start with Billy, because Billy beat their numbers both top and bottom line, had a good quarter. Baba, on the other hand, they beat on revenue but slightly missed on earnings. Either way, though, it looks like both of them are gapping higher here this morning. So, they're both. In fact, I'm surprised Baba's up like 11%. Billy's up 12%. They're both moving well here this morning. So it looks like either one is in play. Seems to be a little bullishness in the Chinese sector. It is, like overall, it's a great sector to trade right now because it's going to be volatile, I think, in general. I may not be able to tell you exactly what's happening with the IT services companies coming out of China, but we certainly know, again, the U.S. has declared trade war on China. They've declared them sort of an economic enemy. That being said, they're still one of the largest U.S. trading partners, still allow their stocks to be traded on the U.S. market, which essentially means China's making money off of U.S. funding. Plus, of course, China holds something like, I don't know what the number is, 5-6% of the U.S. debt. So, you sort of got to be careful with that big beast out there, but it's put it in play. So these are interesting to trade no matter what they do. But it's Carlos, sort of pick the one you like. I mean, Baba's usually a good one to watch because it gets that consistent volume. Billy, the volume tends to fall off and the price goes flat sort of midday a lot of times. Like maybe today it won't because these are in play, but they're looking interesting anyways for trading.
Yeah, I agree. Even PDD sometimes does very well. So you can even look at that one there. That is also 3.8, 543,000. So yeah, Bob will be on my list. Again, Billy's the one with earnings as well today, you mentioned, right? So maybe today's the day we put Billy maybe on the secondary. So I plan on doing that. And Billy used to give us good trading before. It hasn't in a while. So we'll put it on here. Let's see what it does today and if we can get anything out of it. All right, there's, I guess I mentioned a bunch of Chinese tickers here on the gappers list. Pick your favorite. There's a bunch, JD and some others as well. Let's hop around a little bit here. Let's look at Quantum. That's the other tickers. I see a bunch on here this morning. I see IonQ. They started running yesterday, QUBT, QBTS, and RGTI, all quantum type stocks. Doing well this morning. And if you look at, we're looking at QBTS specifically, me and Avi yesterday. And again, this just started running. Like if you look at yesterday's action around 11 or so, we were live when this thing just started taking off here. And many have done the same thing as of yesterday. So now you're seeing a lot of these gapping up, even some more today. So Peter, obviously quantum stuff doing well. I saw an article from Microsoft yesterday where they announced that they're working with these companies and they see some good progress. Is Mr. Wang wrong from NVIDIA on how long it's going to take for this to get going?
I don't know. Like it's hard to tell. The war on quantum seems to be heating up, so it could be with just more focus. It'll push and accelerate the development on this faster than anticipated, especially with China once again dominating the headline here. Yeah, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, there was news out about their Origin Wukong machine. If you remember that, which is their quantum compute device, they claimed that they had 45 qubits in active production and operating, which again, based on some technologists were saying was impossible at our current level of technology. So apparently not. They're doing it, or so they claim. It's hard to know what's going on here. I mean, IBM at a recent trade fair had a whole booth talking about quantum computing. Microsoft declared this the year of quantum computing. There's a lot of conflicting data as to, is quantum hot or not? It's the hot thing to talk about. It's certainly been the hot thing to trade. Whether the actual technology will deliver direct value in the short term is still up for debate. I mean, someone as influential as Jensen Huang, who's the CEO of NVIDIA, saying, yeah, it's still decades into the future, carries weight in the market, but he could be wrong. I mean, and it would be embarrassing for him a little bit if he is wrong. But I mean, it seems a little ambitious to expect actual results out of quantum in the next few months, right? Like a few years, okay, but I don't know. Like whatever, it's creating trading opportunity. So guys, whatever you want to pick, IonQ has been hot over the last couple of days. It's been trading a little more volume because it's sort of tied up with some of the Chinese investment and the activity. Obviously, we've got RGTI. We've got all our usual tickers that are out there still trading as well. So yeah, it's of interest anyways for day trading. I always hold these to the side, and I will only trade them when and if I see that momentum and volume. So I'll continue to wait and see, but they're not far from my mind. That's for sure.
Yeah, wait and see. But for now, we'll have some fun with this. I'm going to be looking at RGTI, so we'll add that one to the list, RGTI here. So if I can spell that correctly, RGTI. There it is. So I'll add this to the list. I'll put it on the main one. And then as I'm doing that, we can look at all the other ones as well. Just keep in mind, you got QBTS. You got a bunch. IonQ, you did mention, also look good. And you're right. This was moving very well a couple of days ago. So I'm going to throw IonQ here as well. That can get some good volume today. All right. Moving over to anything that's not quantum on the trading terminal gappers list this morning. I think that
How about W?
Wayfair's
There's
on here.
W.
Yes.
W's on the list there.
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah,
Wayfair.
Wayfair had earnings this morning. Mixed picture on Wayfair, where they beat on revenue, missed on earnings. They are, one of the few. Well, there's a bunch that are gapping up. They typically trade lower volume pre-market. It is a New York Stock Exchange traded stock, a NYSE stock, so that usually keeps the volume tamped down. I don't know. I mean, they actually lost a lot of money compared to what was expected. They're expected to make a profit of 1 penny. Instead, they lost 25 cents a share, which is sort of a big divergence. I mean, it throws the percentages off, right? When you have numbers that big, it shows like a 2,600% miss. It's not really that desperate, but anyways, it's an interesting miss on their earnings. That being said, their forecast was largely in line with expectations, although they didn't provide a lot of details. So we'll see what happens with this. I have liked trading this in the past. Wayfair is one of my big regret stocks, actually, because if you go back and look at it over the pandemic days, it was actually one of the best movers through the pandemic, and I totally missed it. It's one of these ones that I only realized afterwards, because this thing went from something crazy, like it was around $20 or maybe just under $20 to almost $350. This move here, like if you really look at the size of that move, like it's just insanity. So and we missed that, and all the way back down, and I missed it both ways. So very, very disappointed in myself on that one. But anyways, Wayfair with earnings, which is what put it on our gappers list.
Yeah, we'll be in play today. I'm not a big fan of Wayfair, but yeah, if you like it, guys, in play this morning, we're seeing a nice range all the way from 41 to almost 50 on here, just in the pre-market. So Pretty nice range on the daily. If they get volume, again, they could trade very well. But for the most part, look at the daily volume down here. It is very, very light. And for my strategy, this is not doesn't do very well when they trade that light volume. All right. All right, let's see what else we have. So look at our gappers list and the gap up. Yeah, let's stop here. Peter, what else you like this morning that might not be on this list or on this list that we haven't talked about?
Well, gapping up from an earnings point of view, the only other one I had that we haven't covered yet on earnings that are gapping up is Shake Shack. SHAK is the ticker symbol for Shake Shack. And let's say they beat top and bottom line. So some good numbers out of Shake Shack. So you guys were buying your burgers and fries with them beating on revenue just marginally. And again, just marginally beating by 1 penny on earnings. So overall good. Same store sales were in line. They don't typically trade a lot of volume. They are gapping up here this morning, but on relatively low volume. It's not on our list because it's just under the $200,000 shares traded mark. So that I think we use as a filter.
Yep, absolutely. Should be getting there in a minute now. So 183,000 at the moment. All right, Peter, anything else?
Tesla's gapping up this morning. Tesla's actually been sort of a fun trader, good one to watch. I like that, but nothing special to say. It's been fairly quiet on the news front out of Tesla. Microsoft is another one that's been sort of good for me to watch because it's been making some interesting moves. Good up day yesterday on Microsoft. It's hanging out in the top of end of this range around the 220. The $415 price range here, which I'm hoping we can get a little higher up to 430 over the next few days, but we'll see what happens with it. It's got this, if you sort of zoom out on the daily, you can see this bigger range that it's been in for about a year now. And it's sort of odd for Microsoft to hang out in an area like this. So I'm thinking it hasn't managed to really break down from this, and maybe it'll go, but look, it's been a little over a year, so it could take a while, but it's sitting there. Other than that, yeah, a lot of other stuff is gapping down, so maybe we'll hold those till we get there.
Absolutely. All right, let's.
Crypto. How about crypto?
Yeah,
we haven't talked crypto in a while. Crypto,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the crypto stocks I noticed are up. Mara, MSTR, Riot Coin. They're all gapping up this morning. Not hugely, but they are gapping up. Bitcoin prices have not been doing a lot the last little while. Usually Bitcoin I use as an indicator as to where these things are going. And they had sort of taken a move down about 2 days ago. When I say down, like to 94,000, we're playing around this $100,000 mark. Although it hasn't got over 100,000 in the last week or so. It's been more around 96, 97,000 where it's been hanging out. So, today it sort of made a move up by about $2,500 from about 94 to just over 97. So, maybe today is going to be a day for Bitcoin. It typically moves after hours. It doesn't like to move a lot during market hours, so makes it a little sketchier. But I just thought it was interesting. I saw when I'm looking for green stuff, all of the crypto related stocks were green. So,
yep. All right, guys, let's take a look at the trading terminal gappers list to the downside now. So down this morning, we got a couple on here. Let's start with the first one, NBIS. So NBIS today, we are down 11%, 4.8 million shares traded. Normally, this stock is pretty horrible, but they got some volume today, right? They don't trade very well. The intraday action is not. Let me show it to you. There it is. Intraday action is usually not great, but Peter, they're gapping down. Nibius Group from the Netherlands. What do we have going on here? And anything exciting?
Yeah, Nebius Group. This is one that, again, we occasionally see show up. It's a little bit of an odd one. Really, they are an AI company that they gained independence. So they're listed in the Netherlands. They actually came out of, they're a Russian company originally that split off from one of the Russian giants called Yandex. Remember, I don't know, we used to trade Yandex, so I remember seeing it years ago, but I don't even know if it still trades anymore. I can't remember the ticker symbol for Yandex. may not trade on the markets anymore with everything that's happened in Russia. But anyways, and this Nebius group split off from them and invested in a bunch of AI related stocks, and they've changed some of their investment focus areas, getting out of Serve, getting into WeRide, which is sort of what Nvidia did as well. So I don't see a specific reason for the move today, other than I know it could be just an anti-Russian counterpoint, perhaps. If you've been following the news, you've sort of seen the conversations that have been going on, I guess, between the U.S. and Russia, and the war of words going on between Zelensky and Trump, and that whole thing is getting tense again. So maybe Nebius is caught in the crossfire. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's in play though, Carlos, gapping down here this morning on a little bit of volume, but I'm not sure what to do with it, just because it's one that I've never watched.
Yeah, I don't like it, man. I think it's going to trade bad. And I think given today, we're going to find better things to look at. So I probably won't spend time on this one. But if you watch, if you like it, if you see something that looks great that we can take advantage of, guys, call it out. We'll definitely take a look at it. Also hard to borrow, so you can't even short this thing. Yeah, let's get this out of here. All right, let's take a look at BBAI this morning. Big Bear AI, great name. They're down some more. Again, they hit some of the highs here around at 10 o'clock. $10 and back down to 727. Yeah, man, I am not feeling well today. You could tell my typing is soft, everything is soft, but we'll get through it. BBAI down here, Peter. Normally stock doesn't trade very well, but we love the name Big Bear. What's the latest and greatest?
People seem to be taking sides on the AI front, and I don't have the details as to what defines which side of the AI marketplace each thing exists on, because we're seeing some AI stocks that are on the rise this morning. China related ones seem to be the ones that I can pick out, and then we got a bunch of other AI stocks that are gapping down this morning. Now that doesn't seem to apply to the big ones though, right? We all know that there's multi-billion-dollar investments being made by Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Meta, right? They all seem to be immune, at least this morning, from whatever is going on in AI, because they're sort of a little all over the place. Some are up, some are down. But I'm seeing a bunch of the sort of mid to small tier stocks like Big Bear AI, BBAI here, that are all gapping down this morning. So it feels like maybe if you're a mid to small tier North American based AI shop, you're gapping down this morning. But I don't see any specific news, driving that. It could just be a counterpoint to what's happening with the Chinese news.
Yeah. Some other ones on here we want to get to as well is Walmart, right? So Walmart, I see you guys throwing that out there. I didn't respond because I knew we were going to look at it because it's in our gappers list, down this morning.
Yep.
Obviously, they're here down 5.8 million shares traded. When Walmart's in play like this, it's fun to watch. Not the easiest stock to trade, but it'll be on my list today, obviously, given what we got going on, Peter.
Yeah, and I got tons of numbers here on Walmart if you want them. Look, they had a good quarter. They beat their numbers in the quarter. They earned 66 cents a share on 180 billion in revenue. The expectation was only 65 cents on they earned 180.6 billion. The expectation was 180 flat. So they beat it by 6.6 billion, which is $600 million, which, oh, well, whatever. So basically they were on target with their numbers. So that was good. Same store sales. That's always so hard to say. Same store sales was higher than expected, growing 4.6% versus their 4.4. Their e-commerce grew 16%. Look, all their numbers are good. The reason why it's gapping down is that analysts say, well, it's a soft good. They didn't beat by enough. And their forward-looking guidance, we wanted it higher. The analyst consensus expectation for the next fiscal year was that they would make $2.49. The company has come out and said they'll make between $2.50 and $2.65. That's better than the analysts expected, but they're like, too soft. Guys, you already know how I feel about analysts here, but come on, man. Like, you can't win, right? So, not that I'm a big Walmart fan, but I find it ridiculous when someone says, in corporate life, we used to call it the fetch a rock program, right? It doesn't matter how big the rock Walmart brings back, the analysts are going to say, not big enough. Bring me a bigger rock. So, anyways, that's the story this morning. Walmart is not a stock I like to trade. For whatever reason, Walmart and I don't get along. I just can't seem to predict it. Every time I take a trade, I'm wrong, and it drives me nuts. So I sometimes watch it. I don't trade it.
Yep. You got it, man. All right, friends. Let's. I'm gonna have it on the list today. Let's see what it does. It's got some volume. Today's their day. They are in play, down 6.5 and almost 6 million shares traded. Back to the list. Looking at what's gapping down today, we looked at Walmart, JTAI. A couple of you guys have mentioned this one as well, so we'll look at it now. It's on their gap down list, down 6% at the moment. Hard to borrow. 1.3 million shares traded. So again, the float on this one's a little bit on the lower side. Had a big day yesterday because we were talking about this as well. Look how much it ran up there that the entire day, right? Going from $5 to mainly to about 12. So pretty good run. And today's we're seeing some action out of it. Down this morning, you can short it. We'll have to see how the second play plays out here. But Peter, obviously in play a little bit on the not a little bit, a lot more on the riskier side. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's just a second day play. I feel like it had a good day up yesterday, like you mentioned. Normally these stocks would sort of gap down. They take a rest on the next day. Combined, I think, with all of these North American-based AI plays that seem to be down this morning, that's going to act as a weight against it as well. So, like you said, because it's hard to borrow and we can't trade it short, I won't be looking at it really.
Yeah. Same here. Won't be looking at it. We'll leave it alone. And let's do two more. These two have been very active over the last couple of days. Then we'll get to what Peter has, and we'll get to what you guys have as well. So have those ready. Actually, it's not this one. This is not the one. It's SMCI, and PLTR is next. So here's SMCI. Also moving quite a bit here. 6 million shares traded. We are down 3.3 on this bad boy. And if you look at the daily has been actually pretty nice here. So in play for sure, Peter. Again, the super micro madness continues here. Will probably be on my secondary list because I have so many already on the main list, but obviously in play today as well.
Yeah, it's got to take a rest, right? You figure? I don't know. It's been just running and gunning here. SMCI has been on a tear. I still don't get it. I'll continue to say it, but like I said, I'm all for it if it can move, because people want to push the stock price higher. Then the market's always right. So by all means, but yeah, it feels like SMCI is due for a little bit of a breather, which would be a pullback today. We'll see what happens. I mean, the volume continues to be in the stock, over 6 million shares traded already. So I can't argue with that. I might watch it. If people in the room call it out, then I'll take a closer look. But for now, I'll probably be focusing on other things. Not probably. I absolutely will be focusing on other things.
Yeah, I'll put it on my second there as well. I know it has potentials, but we'll see what else is out there. PLTR as well had a nice drop yesterday, so you can see here. I mean, a lot of it in the pre-market, but even after the trading day started, you still got a nice little sell-off happening on PLTR throughout the entire day. But again, pre-market really sold off pretty nice here. I mean, guys, we went from 123 all the way down to 108 before the start of the market open yesterday, and then down some more as low as 105. So the weakness continues on SSR today. Already 8.3 million shares traded. Peter, looks in play to me. I will be watching this one.
PLTR has had a bunch of weird news. It made this sudden move midday yesterday that we were trying to determine exactly the reason why. The best news we could come up with at the time was the fact that the CEO seems to be selling, announced that they were changing his plans to sell about $1.2 billion worth of stock. That being said, based on my research, it looks like the CEO still owns something like $8 or $9 billion worth of stock. So selling 10% of the holdings is not really that significant. You'd want to diversify, right? And besides, who knows? Maybe he needs a new yacht, house, or island. You never know. But the news that came out overnight, though, was that there are reported unconfirmed budget cuts coming out of the Pentagon, which would affect Palantir. One of their big contracts is with Department of Defense and the U.S. government. And we know that Doge is doing its doji thing out there, and this could be the impact. Again, because these Pentagon reports are unconfirmed. Apparently, nobody can tell exactly what the size is, who it's going to impact, but the expectation PLTR would be one of those areas that likely would be affected because it's not mission critical type stuff, at least not that we're aware of. So it could be speculation that's moving this thing down. So is it in play? Absolutely. Do you want to trade it? It's a little risky, but might be interesting to watch because this can move well. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. All right, friends, let's stop here. Peter, what do you like on the gap down list that maybe we haven't covered yet, or anything on your end?
Well, a couple of earnings that I want to let everybody know about. Last night we were watching Carvana, CVNA. Trading with lower volume this morning, but gapping down despite having a good quarter. Carvana beat their numbers again. A bunch of good numbers coming out in Carvana. They beat in the quarter both revenue and bottom line earnings, which is a little bit of a surprise, at least to me, but I'm always surprised by these things. They earned they made $3.55 billion, earned 56 cents. This is well above the consensus of about 31 cents, by the way, and the expectation that they would only do it on about 3.3 billion in revenue. So they made more money. They sold more cars than expected, selling 114,379 cars to be exact, over the estimate. I love it how the estimate was 108,339. Obviously, that's some sort of average, right? Because who's estimating an exact number? Anyways, however, the analyst community was saying they are concerned that Carvana declined to provide forecasting for the forthcoming year, and they're looking for those forecast numbers. And because Carvana did not want to provide them, they are punishing the stock, taking it down 5% so far this morning. So that's the news there. Another one that I was watching just out of amusement is Cake, Cake, good old Cake. This is a cheesecake factory. As I was saying last night, last time they were in the news was during the pandemic when they refused to pay their rent. It looks like they had a good quarter. People are buying cheesecake. It looks like they're doing okay, but this is not typically a good volume trading stock, so nothing to see there really. What have we talked about? Walmart already? Yeah. How about what's gapping down? TRIP. TRIP. They also had earnings this morning and actually beat their number in the quarter. This is TripAdvisor. I was surprised. I think it's a bigger company than it is. But anyways, they were up earlier. It looks like they've now lost that low volume here, which means it's easy to push around. When I was looking at it this morning, it was gapping up, but yeah, it looks like it dropped here this morning. Anyways, it was a good quarter for TripAdvisor. So I know I was using their services as I'm booking trips to Europe, but anyways, that's them. And maybe last but not least, because it's gapping up, not down, but Unity Software. This is one that we had watched a while back. Unity's got a bunch of different business units. U is the ticker symbol on Unity. And they had earnings this morning as well. And Unity Software, in fact, their numbers just came out. Yes, and they beat on revenue, earning 457 million off of a 430 expectation, and they actually are in a loss position, but they lost less money than anticipated, only losing 30 cents a share when the expectation was 35. Unity used to be one that traded really well. Again, recently not as well. You can see these tiny little daily candles on what Carlos is showing you on the volume that's generally sitting around about 4 or 5 million shares. So it's not great, to be honest. But I have a soft spot for Unity, so I like to watch it, just see if it's going to do something fun. I keep hoping they were poised to do some great stuff when it was announced they were going to be one of the premier partners, software partners with Meta, I think, in their VR glasses, and that never really did much for them. So I don't know. Maybe one day Unity will take off again, but nothing at the moment. That's what I got. There's a bunch of other stuff, Carlos. We got some of the Magnificent Seven gapping down. If you guys like it, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, right? But there's no real direct news on any of them. So pick whichever one you like. I mean, Meta, as we know, was flying high until a couple of days ago. Now it looks like it's pulling back, and yeah, the others are sort of just a little more boring. So
yeah. Yeah, definitely pick your favorites there. All right, I'm going to stick with this list. BABA, RGTI, INQ, Walmart, PLTR. And of course, I'll be looking at the Magnificent 7, NVIDIA, and all those guys. We always look at them. But I do, out of all of them, NVIDIA, I do like the most. I like the daily here. We have, again, the last couple of days, we've done very, very well as far as pushing higher. I mean, the last all month of February, we've been on a tear. So that's looking pretty nice on the daily. Not great intraday trading, but at least on the daily, it's been really nice. So I'll put it on here and let's see if we get anything today. All right, guys, let's look at a few from you guys. Walmart, we did look at. SMCI, Michael, yes, it's on my secondary list. We did look at that one. NVIDIA is on my main list. Excellent. Okay, good. You guys are mentioning everything we have. Carvana, we spoke about. I won't have it on my list. It trades weird. I would like to trade it, but I don't like it. Although, man, today it looks good. It looks really, really good. So, let's do secondary. Maybe Bruce was wrong today. We'll do a secondary on it. But yeah, Carvana is definitely in play. It's a hit or miss at times. Steve, GDS, we did look at. I don't like it much. Heavily in play today, up 17%. Again, I don't like it better than the stuff I have here. But yeah, in play. If you have the space, definitely look at it. Let's take a few over from YouTube, and then we'll head over to our community events and announcement. STAI, is that a ticker, my friend? Yes, it is. Ooh, where's the truck? Oh, the truck on this thing. Hold on. Let's get the truck here. Here we go. Sorry,
Fire up the truck.
Fire it up.
There
Watch out for me and Peter coming through here. Yeah, I don't like it, man. Lower price stock. Just be careful on this thing. It looks so messy. This daily is giving me anxiety, right? So I'm kidding. It's not giving me anxiety, but it's pretty bad. Be careful on that one, right? So if you're going to trade it, the volume is like hit or miss. Look at this volume, 147, then 0. So yeah, just be careful. All right, SoFi. SoFi, my friends. SoFi down 1%, 806,000 shares traded. I mean, there's really not much going on right now. You got a little bit of volume. I saw their chief financial officer on CNBC on Bloomberg yesterday. I don't know. Yeah, not sure, Brian. So again, we have traded before. It can trade really well. I don't see anything that's explosive right now, so I'm gonna keep it off my list. But it's not a bad secondary one. Well, no, they can trade very well. POTR, we looked at. Good, guys. NVIDIA, we looked at. Carvana, excellent. All right, let's get to our community events and announcements. You can always get to bearwithtraders.com, click on that webinar page, and you can see what's happening for the next 2 weeks. Let's look at this beautiful Thursday.
All right, it is Thursday, as Carlos mentioned, which, man, I can't believe it's already Thursday this week. Man, these short weeks, they go so fast. But we do have a couple of mentorship sessions for you. So as I'll remind everybody, we've changed up the schedule in the last couple of weeks, so pay attention. It's not your same old schedule. We've got Lenny that's leading off the day at 11 o'clock today. So we've got 2 early webinars or midday ones at 11 and 12, and then we've got the evening with Thor. So Lenny is doing his 11 o'clock new trade trend mentorship. You can ask anything you want about equities and trading. It's a good opportunity to review your trades, ask for tips, get some help, whatever, right? Or help others, right? Join Lenny at 11 o'clock in the webinar room for that. And then at noon, we talk options with Jared. So Jared will be doing options in the webinar room for our elite members. Always a good session. So, and we have to actually change the description on that because it still says 2 o'clock. Anyways, Mike, if you're listening, we need to update that. All right, and then of course Thursday evening we've got the very popular mentorship session with Thor that's happening. So that'll be at 8 o'clock as always in the webinar room. So those are the 3 sessions that we have for you today, and of course we do have a Friday session, but we'll talk to you about that tomorrow. All right, guys. So if you want to join us here at Bear Bull Traders, we'd love to have you in the chat room. You get access to all of those elite memberships we're talking about, or those elite courses, plus of course everything that's in our inventory of our library of courses. There's hundreds if not thousands in there. It's a great session. Join bearbulltraders.com. Just go to our website, scroll down to the bottom of that page, and you can see the different options to join. We think Andrew's back today. He was supposed to be flying in yesterday. Hopefully he got through Toronto, which was a mess.
$30,000. I'll flip over with you for $30,000. So I'm all in. If I could walk off, I'm in. Man. I don't know. Just let me know what
I'm
tickets
not sure
to
if
buy.
It's worth the risk, but
30,000 walking off a plane. Yeah, I'm down. I'm in for that. So hopefully take the offer because that's really on the high end. Usually these guys give a lot less if you survive. So let's see what happens. But yeah, glad everybody walked off, man. Insane. All right.
Anyways,
Peter, anything else?
Hopefully, Yeah, hopefully Andrew will be back safe and trading here this morning. If not, don't worry. We have live trading for you going right through till noon hour. So, as you know, stay tuned. We'll be here one way or the other, but hopefully it'll be with Andrew, even though I don't see him yet. I'll give him a ping here in a second. But as I said, join us at Bearable Traders and you can take advantage of all of that. So stay tuned. So let's set some levels, Carlos, and then I'll come back and tell you what our moderator's talking about. And I got to go bug Andrew, see, maybe wake him up.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, let's go through this. Let's start with Baba here. So Baba looking really nice this morning on the daily. High of the pre-market, we are up nicely 140.23. So we'll slam a level there. And then towards the bottom, we are looking at, what is this, 123.48. So pretty good levels there, highs and lows. And then between that on the daily, you do have a couple of highs and lows for the last two trading days. So again, big jump today. This is looking really nice. One of my favorites, Chinese tickers to trade. Let's go over to, let's go back. Let's go to the left. Left. What's the last time we were up here? I don't believe this is all-time highs. Oh, maybe it is. Man, that fast? No, I don't think. Yeah, we've been higher. Okay,
I think it was higher.
I'm not losing my mind yet. Let's see here. So, yeah, we've been higher for sure. We got a couple of key levels here, 133.78. And then we also have 144.82 and right up here, just in case, 147.98. So plenty of levels towards the top there. Again, they're doing very well this morning. You can see that 133.78 that we just got from the daily going back. Look, you see a little bit of action here, even in the pre-market today. So again, these levels are somewhat being looked at or respected here. So nice on RGTI towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days is perfect. Just mark down the low of the pre-market so you have that extra level that people like to look at. Towards the top, the high of the pre-market 1248 is great. And then right where the price action is, you got a nice area here. It's going to be 1207. 1207, you see a lot of support. Let me show you the daily. A lot of support happening here. That can also play a part in today's action, so you definitely want to mark that down. Above the high of the pre-market, we're going to look at a 1304, a good daily level there as well. And then you got plenty up here. Look at this beautiful wicks towards the top, 1395 on RGTI. This is typical RGTI stuff, man. They run up, have a great run, and slam back down. They do this all the time. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's typical of them to have this beautiful run and just give it all back before days close. In most cases, when they gap up, they end up red. So again, just be mindful. We're gapping up today. We're up. Let's see what the market looks like towards the end of the day here. IonQ, surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days and the last 2 days here. We're going to mark down the below the low of the pre-market, 3014 looks good, and then also 2665 looks great. Towards the top, guys, great level here, 3864. If I mark it down for you, you can see how many touches we have there. It's awesome. And then above that, in case IonQ gets going, we have 4146. Again, this stock has been all quantum stocks have been really on fire, so pick your favorite. They did very well yesterday. Walmart, big drop today. Again, this was a hit or miss, but I think today's their day. If they are going to do something, it'll be today. 94.18 is the low of the pre-market. We also have 98.67 right where the price action is. Looks good. And then towards the top, highs and lows for the last two trading days. We are smack in the middle of their morning range. Their morning range 103.66 to 94. So again, this stock on days like this can move quite a bit. Be very careful when it comes to Walmart and your share sizing. PLTR showing some weakness here towards the bottom. Low of the pre-market 105.39. So we'll slam one there. We'll get the pre-market high as well over at 1111. So that's good. And then towards the bottom, we have 99.98. Once you do those two, you're pretty much surrounded towards the top by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So you're looking pretty good there. And then last but not least, NVIDIA, a very easy one because you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. We're just going to mark down. Look at the move this morning as well, especially after 8 o'clock. That is looking real nice. I did mention this is my favorite out of the Magnificent 7 today because their daily looks very clean. 140.81 is the high of the pre-market. If you go to the left, you're surrounded again by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So here's that move in the pre-market action, looking really nice this morning with 3.8 million shares traded. So excellent, Peter. Let's show our team what our members what our team is watching, and then I see Andrew's on ready to go. And we'll get also Brian on as well.
Andrew is here and getting ready. Absolutely. All right. So our moderators are coming in with their lists. and getting themselves prepared for the day. I'm going to start at the top of the list with Sean, who's going to be watching NVIDIA and Tesla. Thor's going to be watching Intel, NVIDIA, and Tesla. Mike is going to be watching NVIDIA and Tesla. See some common threads here? Plus watching the scanners. We've got Eamon, who's going to be watching Meta and DKNG. Interesting there. I've got my usual three, and I'm also going to be watching Baba, Carvana. We've gotten for punishment on that one, but I'll keep an eye on it. And, of course, SMCI, because you can't argue. It's been moving. Avi, his usual list, the Magnificent 7 and AMD. We've got Nathan, who's watching the Magnificent 7 and AMD as well. Andrew with his list, Walmart, Baba, JAD, I don't even know what that is, but anyways, NVIDIA and PLTR. Phil's going to be watching NVIDIA, Walmart, Meta, and Amazon, and Pierre is going to be watching Intel, RGTI, SMCI, and NVIDIA. Okay, I thought so. Andrew's corrected that to JD, not JAD. And the rest of our moderators will be coming in with their lists here momentarily, so stay tuned for that. Plus, I'll take this opportunity to remind everybody, guys, don't forget, if you like trading with us here, whether it's on YouTube or as part of the chat room, you're going to love trading with us live and in person. So if you have any ability to make it to Vancouver at the end of March, we have got our world-leading Foremost Summit happening. It's going to be the biggest and best yet. We love these things, right? Because it's the one time a year we get together with traders, 3 full days of scheduled activities. Plus, again, some of our members are coordinating their own activities like ski trips and other things. Like, it is a community event. If you want to hang out with traders, if you want to talk trading, whether you want to talk equities or options or futures, right? We've got people that love them all. We're going to have self-improvement courses. We're going to have trading technical courses. There's so much material that's going to be happening and so much opportunity for learning and just community building in those 3 days that it's well worth it. So hopefully you'll consider joining us in Vancouver. Like I mentioned, it's at the end of March, the 29th to the 31st, and it's really, really going to be a great, great time. So hopefully you will join us. If you've already bought a ticket, look forward to seeing you. If you haven't, get them now, because we sell out every year, and this year will likely be no exception. So hopefully we will see you there in Vancouver. It's coming up, God, faster than I can imagine. Like, we're just barely like 5 weeks away from it. Like, it's just over a month. So it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, join us. You can get the tickets. By the way, if you want more details, we've actually got the schedule of activity and events. Go to our website, variabletraders.com. You can find it in there. Look for the live trading summit. It's also got the TEDx code on it, because we're running a private TEDx event as part of it. So that'll also be a great part of the session. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. And Andrew keeps offering, he's going to give people a chance to take a ride in his Lambo. So if nothing else, you can get some photos, or maybe even jump in there and go for a spin around Vancouver. So, all right, should be a great time. Let's get to some live trading, guys. We've got, hopefully it'll be an interesting day. Like I said, this week has not given us a lot of slap you in the face type of trading opportunities, but I like these trading days. It's been good for me. Hopefully, if you trade smart, you can find opportunity as well. So hello, Andrew. Welcome. I hope you're doing well this morning.
Hello, 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 hello. You guys can hear me?
Oh, yes. You're in a very echoey spot.
Echo. Yeah, sorry. So, good morning, everybody. Pop, sorry about the echo. I don't know how to stop the echo.
It's more the room. It sounds like it's a big empty room.
Yes, it is. It's a big empty room right now, sitting there. So, yeah, so I'm actually super excited to be back. I'm still not home, but it's interesting to trade from the laptop again. I had a pretty good action trading when I was gone, like in Chile. I had some really, really good trading. There was one rising devil that I traded thanks to Mr. Pezim. And what was that? The rising devil. There was one thing that had the news, the NVDA investment news. And SOUN. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that was a really, really good trade that I did. I was very proud. It's the only thing that I learned from Mr. Pezim. Mr. Pezim, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just getting set up here, getting a few wires out of the way. And yeah,
sounds like you just finished text. Is that yes? You sounded like
we're getting we got some Walmart earnings this morning. I guess it's run up a lot, and Street. I guess they beat top and bottom line, but a little guidance, a little bit of a concern. PLTR took a bit of a hit yesterday on some news that they were gonna. I think they were going to do a secondary,
Yeah,
and
so
also
that
there was
is
some news. Yeah, some news about maybe the U.S. cutting back on their military spending. See, Nvidia's on a bit of a tear here, even pre-market. Nvidia is probably the most interesting. Yesterday high was just over 141,
yeah.
33-ish.
NVIDIA daily chart looks like it wants to break out about 144, 148. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah, this 141.30-ish area is an area a prior open. Couple from I guess that would have been from Tuesday.
Uh, this um this China is bouncing back significantly. Like I have some serious FOMO going
Yeah,
on with this China.
yeah. The Chinese stocks have really run up like a lot, like all of them. I'm not sure why they're up so much today. There might have been some news out of China, some stimulus or something like that.
SMCI is also interesting. I'm actually putting SMCI on my watch too. SMCI yesterday was just run up like 20%. So SMCI is something serious actually. Um,
Yeah, SMCI
SMCI.
could be interesting. We had a bit of a rotation yesterday. Maybe some of the Mag 7 stocks are uh, getting, sold and getting broadening out in the market a bit.
So Bruce is asking a
So we've got,
question in the chat from SMCI long or short. So generally speaking, and this is very important for the people who are new to our community, I personally trading at the open, my this direction, number one depends on where it's trading near the VWAP, the blue line on my chart. Everybody should be able to see my screen. Um, I generally at the open want to go long if it really closes above the VWAP. Of course, it depends on the pattern, depends on the volume, depends on the order flow, but generally I cannot say at the open if I want to go long or short. SMCI had a very strong day yesterday, up like almost 20%. Today's gapping down 3%, but that doesn't mean that it's weak. It might actually just normal, like huge movement, gap down a little bit and then it can continue going higher. If it claims the VWAP at the open, I might actually go long on it, even though it's down 3%. So it's very possible that this one goes red to green. And same as PLTR. Look at the PLTR right now. It's trading at 108.60. It's just getting above the VWAP. It's down 3%. It has a more negative news on it, but it could be an opening range breakup. Or if it loses the VWAP, it's a really A plus setup opening range breakdown. So for me as a live momentum trader at the open in the first like 20 minutes, the direction, it really depends on where the price is compared to the volume weighted average price. Again, this changes based on your trade book and the time of the day. Like for example, in the afternoon, when something is setting off way below the VWAP, you can actually go long when it's below the VWAP, but really depends on the trade book. And that's what we teach in this community, to work on the trade book.
LTR has not been a great trading stock over the last couple of days, been a little
Yeah,
bit up and down, but it's selling off right now,
yeah, it's
going
losing really
into the
bad. It's
open.
short selling restriction. I think, yeah, oh, it's dumping really bad
Yeah,
PLTR.
it's on a short selling, probably from yesterday, maybe. I don't know. Is
Honestly,
there how many shares? Do we have shares
honestly,
for
I think
short?
it's gonna
Yeah.
be weak today because PLTR was very speculative, and now with this spending cuts and stuff. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it sells more. I wouldn't also be surprised if it just goes back up.
Yeah, I watch
Tesla
if
looks
we
like
get a nice bounce. If we get a nice bounce on it, PLTR, I might go short.
like a rising devil type. Yeah,
Um,
that would be nice. Yeah.
yeah, because the way
Tesla has
PLTR
just
trades, I mean, there's a lot of people that are loving this stock, so we might get a nice pop at the open. Hmm. Natural gas is down quite a bit this morning. It's interesting. Wow, PLTR is still sinking. We've got a big order at 105. Here we go. This thing has run up so much. There's a huge gap between 100 and 85. We got a lot of people that are in this from a long time ago, probably taking some money off the table.
PLTR is selling off like a boss.
Yeah, kind of leaving the station without us. That was a big drop from 108.50. Damn.
Right. Somebody dumping PLTR really bad. It's trading like really
Yeah.
the market is open. This is no joke. Yeah, that's
Wow.
guys, that's where the valuation comes into the play, man. Like valuation, I know a lot of people don't care about the valuation, but humanity, 2 million shares. SMCI is dumping as well. Yeah,
Yeah, I've taken a short on it
already,
already.
huh?
Yeah, I'm just serious FOMO, small size. I hate chasing things, but there's just the order book is so bearish. So I'm going to cover some. I'm going
Yeah,
to be out of it before the open because I
yeah.
have a
Well, let's see.
feeling it's going to pop.
Yeah, it might be a good rising level. I might actually shorting it at the open. Let's see how many times. Like 2 minutes. Maybe
Yeah.
shorting it at the open. It
Okay,
might
here we
go
go.
lower.
Oh man, I'm out of it right now. I'm out of it. That was a
Yeah,
pretty decent move already. 104. Wow, look at that. Jeez. Oh,
humanity.
it's still sinking. Here we go. A
Wow.
bit of a
No
pop
joke.
there. Yeah, yeah, people are crowding the exits.
Yeah, it's no joke, huh?
Ooh,
Ouch.
yo baby.
Like honestly, it
Ah,
was
it's into the
super
103s. Look at there's some big orders here at 103. Oh my God. Still going
shares.
down.
This is gonna go to below 100, yeah. But again, I don't like trading in the pre-market, but humanity, this is no joke. Oof. Yeah, 3 million shares in the pre-market. It's usually you don't see that kind
Okay,
of pre-market. This is
let's get ready to rumble.
it's
Here we go.
oh,
Here we
humanity.
go. Ding ding ding.
All right, so let's see. All right, so let's see PLTR at the open. It's dumping really bad. Oh, humanity. Oh. Yeah, somebody's getting out of this position. All right, so
Yeah,
Rigetti also
PLTR.
selling up. Let's see what's gonna happen at the open. The order flow, like the volume and order flow is unbelievable. Like 8 million shares in just 30 seconds. Let's see. It's on the short
A
selling
lot of orders.
restriction.
Yeah. There's a fair amount of orders stacked to the upside, but we've still got a fair number of orders to the downside.
Right, let's see, potentially for a rising devil. Let's see. It might pop up right now. It's popping.
It took a bit of a long on it actually. Here we go.
Let's see what's going to
And
happen in this bounce toward
selling it at
105.
104. It's just selling.
All right, so Brian is
Tesla dropped. Tesla went red. Okay, I'm out of it. I'm out of PLTR. I'm not sure where it's going to go now. It's interesting.
Let's see. Okay, I'm still not trading on it. No position. Rigetti is trying to come up. I don't know. I mean,
There we go. We're going to get a bit more of a move here on PLTR.
Yeah.
Like I said,
a small
there's
position on
a lot of
Rigetti
orders.
205. I'm getting a Rigetti 205.
Orders to the
RGT.
upside here on PLTR at the VWAP.
PLTR is VWAP. Yeah, this is the moment of truth on PLTR. Like I'm on long Rigetti at 205. Let's see what's going to happen at Rigetti. Small size, guys. Rigetti can be super wild. PLTR is at the open. All right, so let's see if Rigetti can hold the VWAP. RGTI. Remember, guys, this is a very volatile stock in the 205. Let's see if we can make open range breakout. Alright, yeah, so focus is now on Rigetti, RGTI, PLTR is, let's see what closes the VWAP or not. PLTR is bouncing back very nicely.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to bounce this much, but yeah, it's just, it's the way
it's closing up.
PLTR trades.
I gotta stop down on Rigetti, guys. I gotta stop down on Rigetti, RGTI, 1186, so it's a loss. Let's see what's gonna do. Now PLTR is above the VWAP. I'm getting a long on PLTR at 105.60. Let's see if you can hold the VWAP. Stop loss would be below 104.50. So I'm going to get a long on PLTR. Now closes on 1 minute above the VWAP. Rigetti looks like it wants to go down. Rigetti unfortunately couldn't read it properly. Let's see PLTR loses the VWAP or not. On 1 minute is still above the VWAP.
Tesla's dropping.
Tesla dropping. PLTR is looks like it wants to. Let's see what's going to do. Rigetti is going to send it off. Okay, PLTR looks like it wants to hold the VWAP. I'm adding a little more on PLTR, 106.18. Yeah, Rigetti is getting destroyed, so. You guys can see my screen as well. My entries and exits. PLTR. Let's see if you can pop above 107. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky on PLTR here. RGTI, Baba. Shit, Baba is running up. Oh, yeah, Baba is nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a stop down on PLTR, guys. I got to stop down on PLTR.
I'm short Tesla. Short Tesla.
Tesla. That's a beautiful 5 minutes range breakdown. Yeah. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, PLTR was, I don't know. I have 2 losses on Rigetti and PLTR. Let's see. PLTR looks like it wants to hold. I might get back into long PLTR. It looks like. Let's see what it's gonna do. SMCI is doing nothing. Rigetti sold off. Holy moly. I'm gonna get back long on PLTR at 105, 104.95. I'm getting back long on PLTR. It looks like it really wants to stay above the VWAP. Let's see if we can go for the break of high of today. I think that like 106.50, 107 could be an area. Thor is trading gold.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, I'm as you know, if you follow us, I'm trading options on Tesla. So right now I'm trading the 360s, 360 puts. It's a short. Just nice pop there through 750 on
Guys,
these.
let's see if PLTR is
Just because I'm
popping
trading
up
the options
now.
doesn't mean you can't trade the underlying. So here we go. We're gonna get to $8 now on these. Come on.
Brian, let's see PLTR can go. I'm adding a little bit more on PLTR. I didn't get filled. Shit. I didn't get filled, but I was adding a little bit. Okay, I got filled now. Let's see if we can go for the break of high of today. Like 5 minute to pin range breakout on PLTR. On 5 minute, we have some serious moving averages as the potential resistance.
Here we go. Come on, $8. $8 on these options. Come on.
You're buying puts on the Tesla?
Yeah, and Tesla. Yeah, look at it sink. Oh, here we go. Yesterday's low is around 354. Well, right through that level. Very nice. Covering some. They got 795 on those.
Rigetti is trying to come back up. So the problem PLTR is PLTR, if there was like a stock that had positive news, it would have been amazing. Like I think the reason that it's struggling now is obviously because it's not an A plus 5 minute open range breakup. It's still possible to go up, but you know it has like a really big fundamental negative news on it. That's why it's just, even though it's still strong, like 5 minutes looks strong, but it's just that there's downward, you can feel the downward pressure on it. That's why it's really not, yeah, so see, I might actually
Yeah,
get stopped out for a
I
second time
mean,
on it.
it's PLTR is just it's been such a meme stock that it's putting up a fight, dropping. I mean, I think a
Oh,
lot of
SMCI
people that
looks
were
like
in
one,
this,
yeah. But I get
yeah,
long SMCI.
I mean,
SMCI is looking
a lot
up
of people sold
59.
yesterday. Wow, look at AMD. AMD is rocking the Casbah.
I went long SMCI at 59. SMCI, yeah, people in the chat mentioned that. So let's see if SMCI can go through 60. I think I'm gonna give up on PLTR. Yeah, gotta stop down on PLTR, guys. Yeah, this one is not really
PLTR
a
is a
good
dog's
moment.
breakfast. I think it actually
That
is
was a
going to
good
drop
short in the
more.
pre-market, Brian. The short on the pre-market was amazing. All right, so let's
Yeah,
say
it was just
SMCI position SMCI. Let's see if SMCI can go towards 60, which is the previous day close. So the charting that we are using is DAS Trader Pro, and we're also using it for trading as well. So it's a really good charting and trading platform. Trading View, I mean, it's good for learning and education, but when it comes to real trading, I don't know. All right, so SMCI is ready for, let's see if we can squeeze up. I wish I was seeing SMCI a little bit earlier. People in the chat mentioned that when it was 58.20. Okay, there you go.
all right.
Let's see
I'm
if
not in any
SMCI
position right now. So I was looking for that $8 hit on those puts. Got there. Tesla's kind of bouncing right now.
All right. SMCI 60. We want SMCI at
Still
60.
Qs are bouncing back after that sell-off. Wow, AMD is really strong. Interesting.
Yeah. I was thinking of buying some AMD because AMD, there's a lot of insider buying on it. Like as you said, insiders are selling for a lot of reasons, but when insiders are buying, is
Insiders buying is a is a good sign.
all right, guys. I'm still long SMCI, guys, at 59. Let's see, I want 60. I have a big position on SMCI. I want to see if we can get to 60. Rigetti, see if Rigetti comes back above the VWAP, I'll trade it. But right now it's a big breakfast. Yeah, big dog breakfast. If it comes above the volume weighted average price, maybe for the high of the day again, but not right now. Palantir. What a move on Palantir daily chart. What a move. What a life. All right, SMCI 60 would be nice. 60 would be nice. I have a big size on SMCI. I have two bad losses, actually 3 losses, so I need to get some profit. 60 would be nice. Come on, SMCI 60. Watchtower, you want me to die on K2? Is that what you want? IBIT, yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin seems strong. Baba is amazing. Like China is bouncing back like a boss. Yeah, I mean Baba was also very nice. Brian, this is something they usually trade yin and yang.
I don't like day trading, Baba. I know,
It's usually bad, but I think this is a very special moment in Baba and all the Chinese
but it's
stocks. Like,
really been, it has been amazing. All right, quick short here on PLTR, breaking down again. I've had a pretty good day already with PLTR trade and Tesla. I'm just going to cover some PLTR here again. Again, it was
yeah,
sort of a rising devil trade. It just because it's such a popular stock, I think it kind of just it should really put up a fight before losing the VWAP again.
yeah, SMCI dropped. Like I'm adding a little bit back on SMCI. Got a partial fill on again on it. Let's see. See if you can go to 60. Maybe I should have partial on SMCI. PLTR still holding. Rigetti. Yeah, Rigetti is just.
Looking to see if it
Um,
loses this 103 level right now.
all right, let's see
It
SMCI.
could be
It's
bottoming.
going to 60 or not. Yeah, PLTR is like that. Big moves usually in the pre-market makes the trading at the open a little bit more difficult. Like that huge drop. If that
Yeah,
sell order was coming at during the market open, it would have been a very nice short. But it just came in the pre-market and it kind of messed
yeah.
up the whole price action at the open. Um,
Come on,
and
come
again,
on,
PLTR is a
drop,
perfect example of a stock that
drop.
could be long, but it's not an A plus long. So SMCI, I added more back guys in this pullback. Let's see if we can get to 60.
That's it. Flush, flush.
Um,
Sorry, getting excited.
Brian, your short PLTR.
Yeah, I'm short PLTR again. Oh, yes. Okay, here we are. That's it.
Yeah,
Here we go. Covering some more. Ooh, baby.
Rigetti's garbage,
Look
Walmart.
at it. Look at her bounce back. Okay, I've
That's
stopped out of the rest.
PLTR.
Didn't have a lot left after that 103 loss.
Yeah.
Wow, the Qs and the
SPY.
SPY just tanked. Got a lot of Fed heads speaking today.
All right, so I mean, I'm kind of losing my hope on SMCI, honestly, but let's just stick to the plan.
We might have some more downside on PLTR, but I don't know. Now it's not turning into it's not a great trade now. Could actually
Now
go
it made
back
me
up.
new. It did high on a 5 minute, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a long on
Yeah. Got pushed
PLTR
down.
at 104.24. I'm gonna get a
There
long
are
at
some big orders of,
104.23.
yeah, there's some big orders at 105,
Yeah, let's
104.50,
see.
105.
Try
Where's
to
the,
push that.
wow. AMD did this yesterday. It popped up, was really strong, and then it sold off. And then it bottomed, and then it turned and went back up again. Wow.
All right, let's see.
Hopefully Thor is short ES or EQ.
Yeah, so SMCI, I might get out of SMCI at the break even if it bounces back because I kind of lost um, hope on SMCI to go up above 60. And my entry is not great. PLTR long also.
Tesla. Oh, shit. Tesla, perfect rejection of VWAP.
Yeah, just I
Tesla
didn't have a good day.
Tesla had a beautiful rejection at VWAP. Peter's trading Carvana. He's in the used car market.
SMCI, I'm
Wow.
gonna get stopped out in SMCI, guys. I gotta stop that at 58.50. Yeah, SMCI just PLTR also. I'm gonna get. I had a very bad day. Fuck. Yeah, I had a very bad day. All of my trades were lost.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Like
Oh, look at this. Now PLTR is really going to break down. It did kind of, well.
Yeah. Give me a second, guys. I need a network break. Sorry.
Now there's your bounce on PLTR again. That might have been a Pearson and fail. Might have been a break to a new low and then, although it's not really a new low. Wow, Reddit's really getting smoked here. PLTR is going to that 102 level by the looks of it. There's a big order right there. 102. Okay, we might bounce here on the SPY. We're right at S4. See, Tesla's right down at yesterday's low.
All right, guys. The big loser is back. I'm back. Who pays for the Lamborghini now? Brian, can you pay for my car?
Eh, sure. I've been driving it around town, so maybe I probably should pay something.
Oh man. All right, so let's see. PLTR looks like it wants to go much lower. SMCI lost it. Tesla is also selling off. Yeah, market seems that Rigetti went red. Piece of garbage. Who put Rigetti in my mind? It was Pierre, I think. So Pierre has it himself. Have it, Pierre.
We're getting so
Maybe.
yesterday. Oh, nice trade on. I know Thor was shorting Nvidia. Nice one there.
Hey guys, we have a special guest that confirmed that he's coming. It's Timothy Sykes. Timothy Sykes is one of the very famous retail traders that um, we have. He's a penny stock trader, and but he's a great educator and he's a great speaker. Like he's a great entrepreneur, and I've seen him speak in the conferences. And I don't know him. I didn't know him personally. And then he started messaging me on Instagram about something. He was angry at me, and he started messaging me about some stuff. And then, I apologized, and I said, Tim, I really like you. Like, we have a summit. Would you like to come and give a TED talk and a, presentation? And he said, yeah, sure. Because I apologized from her, like I didn't really start fighting back. So he's actually coming to Vancouver. I'm actually super excited to meet him in person. I've met him before in the conferences, but Timothy Sykes is one of the pioneers of retail trading. Like he was a really great penny stock trader before everybody else knew what day trading is. So I'm actually super excited to meet him. So we tweeted something, and then he messaged me on Instagram that they said, you didn't credit me for this tweet. What the hell? And I didn't know about that, that I should credit him. I didn't know that it's actually something that, belonged to him. So
Oh
I
my God.
apologize. It's okay, I'm gonna fix it. So it's coming. Anyways, oh my humanity,
There
Brian, what's
goes
happening?
one. There goes 100 on PLTR. Wow.
Holy moly.
For the humanity. Oh my God.
Humanity. Yeah, Brian. Damn.
SPY is below yesterday's low. Qs have definitely broken down through yesterday's low. And there's got to be, it's going to be a bounce here somewhere. Some of these high flying stocks are really getting taken to the woodshed. PLTR, OKLO, SMCI.
Power is amazing.
A lot of the, yeah, like look at the chart on SMCI. It's such an extended chart. HIMS is another one that's super extended. I was looking at that last night thinking it'd be a good short.
Humanity, guys, humanity.
Yeah,
Walmart
there's
is
just weight.
Reddit. Somebody
PLTR,
mentioned
wow.
Reddit. Reddit is
Yeah, that was me. Reddit has really been it's down like $12 now. Holy cow, look at it drop.
wow. Oh,
See,
PLTR is
I think Reddit is actually a pretty decent long-term trade. But right now, it's
The situation. PLTR is going down really bad. I mean, was it really that bad news? Like, it dropped like.
I think it was the I'm not sure. Obviously, it's when people say they're going to do a secondary, it's not great, raise money. But the other thing was the U.S. is really talking about scaling back how much
On the
money they
spending.
spend on their military,
Yeah.
and but you would think that a company like if they want to be smarter about their military, you would think PLTR would be the benefit.
Because already priced in, what
Spending
was
was
the
really
P forward P of PLTR? Like, was it like in the range of like 250 or something like that? Like, again, the average of a SPY is
yeah
like 25 right now. Like, it was like trading like 10
yeah it
times.
was something crazy.
Yeah. Does anyone know the forward P of PLTR? Like,
It's
again, that's just
550.
humanity. Like, it needs to grow 25 times faster than the rest of S&P 500 to justify that
Yeah.
valuation.
Phew. Another leg down here. Wow. On the Qs and the SPY.
Holy moly. Yeah,
Yeah,
PLTR is just
forward
getting
P
destroyed.
is 155. Current P is 550. Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
PLTR. It is just getting destroyed.
So at
All
S4 at
these,
95, might be a possibility to uh, get a reversal. Let's see. Now the PLTR, something like Pierce PLTR can actually be a good reversal right now. I'm not going to short it now because it's kind of extended, although the price action is
yeah,
super weak. People who, Paris is trading based on this order flow. His order flow is super weak. However, there might be a good chance for a quick bounce at S4 at 95. So I'm waiting for another drop, 2% drop. And then maybe I take at least one more. I had a very, very bad trading day today. So, I mean, I'm going to be negative for the day. But, I mean, there's a potential here for PLTR at the bounce of S4, S5, sorry, S4 at 95. For a quick bounce, I don't think this is going to go back green. So, I really doubt PLTR is going to go even above VWAP today. SMCI dropped also 7%. Yeah, so guys,
wow, the
speaking of
SPY
Timothy
is,
Sykes, I mean, we have this headliner coming to Vancouver. He's a great speaker. Like I met, well, I saw him once in New York in conference. He's amazing. He was throwing chair out and stuff. Like it was very, very amazing. The speaker. Were you there, Brian? Were you there, or it was someone else? Like I don't think
no,
it's amazing.
I was there. It was you,
You were there,
me.
yeah. Yeah. Money show in New
Yeah,
York,
yeah.
yeah.
Not Norm was there. Yeah, I think a bunch of us were there. Wasn't that just before the pandemic?
Yes,
That was
exactly.
like when we were
February.
flying back.
Yeah.
We were flying back. I was sitting beside somebody with a mask, and I thought, "Oh, this is weird." Turned out to be not so weird.
And then for 2 years we had to put down. All right, guys. So PLTR is going. PLTR is. Let's see if what PLTR is doing at 95.
Oh, wow.
Humanity.
This is my God, the humanity.
That's the pullback that everybody was talking about. Huh? SPY is also going down.
Yeah, the SPY. Looking at the chart of the SPY and the Qs.
Yeah.
Wow,
See, guys.
holy crap.
Okay, guys, a perfect example of risk management. If I was still long PLTR and if I was just keep averaging down, this is the time of situation that you blow up your account. Again, very important to have this risk management. Like I tried to catch it long on PLTR, which was not a great idea from the beginning. But again, the line in the sand was, losing the VWAP. And as you see, I lost the VWAP, and I'm happy that I'm not really in there anymore. But remember, guys, this kind of volatility is amazing if you catch it right. Like Aaron, you made $6,000, catching it right. Brian, I think you're very profitable because you did Very nice trading on PLTR. So I got unlucky just selecting the wrong stock in the wrong time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Baba is back to the VWAP. Yeah, potentially. Oh, did Baba already bounce back? Sorry, James, I saw it a little bit late. Yeah, Chinese stocks are strong. Like Chinese economy was super lagging, and now it's really recovering. So it's very interesting to see how the market, the China is bouncing. Like was really super extended on the Chinese.
Wow, doesn't seem to be a bottom yet. Holy crap.
Okay, so as I said, PLTR is still super weak. Now, yeah, getting near S4. I don't know if I want to still go long on it, but it looks like it's slowly
Just
getting to a
take a
situation.
bit of a long on NVIDIA, right at S4. See what it does here. See, it's below yesterday's low still, but it's fighting to get above there. Here we go. It's going up.
All right.
That's it. Come on, NVIDIA, you can do it. Oh, yeah.
Humanity, huh? Yeah, PLTR bounced back very close to S4. I'm still not convinced that this is fully bouncing back,
Here we
but it
go.
was.
Just selling some here.
Will, are you trading PLTR to the long side or to the short side, Will?
No, I'm trading NVIDIA.
NVIDIA, no, I know. I asked Will,
NVIDIA.
one more.
Oh, Bill. Okay, sorry.
No, no, that's okay. So you are long NVIDIA at the level?
Yeah, right off S4. Oh, here we go. Selling some more. It's coming up to the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart.
Wow. Yeah, everything is now bouncing back quickly. Ah, shit. I wish I was getting PLTR on.
I'm all out. I'm all out of NVIDIA. I mean, that was a nice little bounce there.
Yeah. Did you trade it through
Anybody
options
catch
or
that bounce?
NVIDIA?
Anyone catch that bounce with me?
How did
That
you
was
trade it,
nice.
Brian? Did you trade directly or through the options?
I did options, but he could have traded the stock easily. 137 entry. Some people got that PLTR bounce. That was nice at 90. Yeah, I was looking at that, 90, 95.50. It looked like an area for a bounce.
Wow,
95.50 again. That was yeah, that was S4 on the uh, on the chart for PLTR. Oh crap! Okay, Nvidia's going to go higher.
yeah,
Getting a
everything is
nice
now making
bounce right
5 minute
now.
high. Yeah, SPY is also. There was no news, no, because the SPY also sold off significantly.
There's a lot of Fed heads talking today. I don't know all days. I don't know if anybody said anything, or if there's just when you see a company like Walmart and other companies kind of getting throwing out not great guidance. Well,
Yeah, it's
Q's
true.
went right to the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart, rejected,
Yeah, I'm gonna get a long on
and got
SMCI
back
at
in.
57. I'm gonna get a long on SMCI at 57. Stop loss would be below 56.50. So let's see if SMCI can go back like a lightning bolt pattern, because SMCI bounce was very strong on at between 9:55 and 10. Let's see if this one bounces back with the market. So SMCI, this squeeze on SMCI from 55 to 57 was crazy. Let's see if we can actually get another bounce above the VWAP on it. This could be a lightning bolt pattern strategy. Peter Thomas.
Tesla had a nice bounce too.
Tesla. Tesla's so
Um,
bullish.
okay. Well, I should have held some. I should have held some NVIDIA. Oh well.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be
TSLL is a
looking
very good trade. Yeah, yeah, TSLL is really good. If you want to trade TSLL on Tesla, is a very good product. Ah, shit, this TSMCI is a piece of garbage. All right, so yeah, unfortunately, I'm getting stopped out on SMCI guys again. Oh, today is not my day, guys. I'm sorry, everything that I touch is just negative.
Hmm.
Today is not my day. But you know,
Let's
I
see
see
what we
people
do
like
on this. Let's see what we do on this pullback here. We came up, the VWAP rejection on on the Qs, 9 EMA rejection on SPY. Wow, nine EMA rejection on Tesla. Wow, right back to low of day here. Shit, I was going to trade SPX option. Too late now.
yeah, this smoke is from my coffee. It's pretty warm, so it's coming up. Oh, some CI is now going completely reverse. Yeah.
I'm just kind of checking out what SPY is doing. If we're going to make a higher low here on the pullback.
Wow, SMCI is making an engulfing on the 5 minutes. Wow. Rigetti is gonna go red. What a scam it is, Rigetti is. Red needs bounce back. NVIDIA. Yeah, I went long everything and just. So Deepak, I use mental stops, but I'm pretty good and experienced in sticking to my stop losses. When I'm saying, for example, stop loss below 56.50, it doesn't mean that actually I put my stop loss out there in the market. It's here in my mind, and my hands are on the trigger. That there are advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of not having a hard stop is that you can evaluate price action sometimes if you're experienced to see, maybe giving it a little bit of a room. But the disadvantage is that maybe in that little bit of room, it becomes more and more and more and more and more. You just keep adding on that. If you want to use hard stop, maybe give a little bit of more space to the area that you want to do that, because the normal, especially if you're trading something that is super volatile. I mean, PLTR could be a long now, but again, I don't know. 98. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trusting myself, but I would maybe taking PLTR long again here. But I mean, I lost all of my credibility for trading today, honestly.
Just looking to see if I can find another trade here. Kind of getting into no man's sort of trading ranges right now. Market's trying to decide whether to take another leg lower or to hold here.
Yeah, market looks like it wants to go lower. SMCI definitely wants to go lower. Meta is down. Meta is finally down. Like Meta will just keep going higher and higher. 740 Meta.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the daily max loss for me is about 1.5%, which it's kind of hit today for the max loss for the day. But sometimes, right now, what time is it? Like, we're getting in 45 minutes into the open, and I'm already down. And yes, market is still very volatile, but I had like 5, 6 trades, all losses. So I'm kind of reaching to a point that even if I make another trade and make a little bit of money back, it's just not worth it. And so I'm done for the day. Like I don't want to struggle. Like I accepted defeat today. Um, like even if one more trade doesn't make many much better. So the situation is not great here. Yeah, that's true, Buzz. Like I've been traveling like in more than 2 weeks and different time zones, and I didn't really get good sleep. And I used a lot of sleeping pills in the last 2 weeks. I feel that my brain is foggy. And like when I take these long haul flights, I usually take a sleeping pills, and then my time zone was changing in the mountain, and it's been 2 weeks that I'm actually taking sleeping pills, and it's not good at all. Like I know, like my brain is foggy. I haven't run for some time, and
Wow. Huge bounce on everything right now.
yeah. Yeah, well, the problem, Hannah, is that you don't know you get chopped up until you get chopped up a couple of times. So
Yeah, that's a problem.
yeah,
You
that's
just
the
don't know what
problem.
kind
Like
of market
if I
you're going to be
knew,
trading.
yeah, if I so and I'm not home. I'm actually, I one of my friends lost a family member, so I came to support. And I'm in the house that 2 days ago somebody died. So maybe the soul is here is not happy that I'm using the
Yeah,
internet. Yeah,
yeah,
that might
bad
be.
karma.
Yeah, that karma. Like there are two houses. Like my friend is staying on the other house. I came here because it's empty. And I was in the morning. I was kind of scared. Like 2 days ago there was somebody died here. And I thought, what's gonna happen? But apparently he's not happy
Apparently,
that I'm trading from his house, like his haunted house. Anyways, yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned that, but apparently, uh, don't trade in a house that recently somebody passed away. So that's the recap for today.
here you go. Cues and yeah, we came bouncing back there. That was a pretty decent bounce on that double bottom or higher low. It's
Um,
good.
so The percentage of max loss shouldn't really impact your trading because again it's a percentage of the capital protection. So again, a lot of people are in our $50,000 funded training account. So again, it doesn't matter if it's 50,000. Some people like email me, hey, can I have like $200,000 buying power? It doesn't make a huge difference because what we want you to see is the equity curve. Like what's the matter of like 1,000 shares, 2,000 shares, like of SMCI. With the funded account, you can easily go like 800 shares of SMCI and can easily make a couple of $1,000s if you trade it right. So real risk management rules shouldn't it shouldn't change with the size of your account. The psychology changes a little bit when the P&L gets bigger and bigger. Like, what, I have a $50,000 day profit. Like one of my friends said, "Wow, you have a $50,000 account." Yeah, but it's a $9 million account. Like, it's a little bit different from what you're thinking. So the psychology changes a little bit, but the rules should stay as rules. So. Um, And again, the reason that we're doing the live trading and share a screen and everything, that you go through this experience and see it in real hand, how, the good days and bad days, and then you make a decision if you want to become a trader or not. Like, I think that our funded account program is a very successful program, not because a lot of people made money on it. Actually, as a matter of fact, a lot of people lost money on this program. But I think it's a very successful because I measure the success of this funded account based on the number of the people who do not open a live account and just, go through this couple of times and say, okay, it's not as easy as I was thinking, I move on, or I just continue practicing. Again, a lot of people are emailing me and say, hey, Andrew, this funded account, what's the percentage of the wins? Like, we had some really good traders. Like, we have one trader, that I told him not to sign up. He's 3 times the sign up and 3 times get the profit, but he keeps signing up. And I pay him every time. But the goal is not to select those guys. The goal is for you go through this experience and then you see, okay, this is not as easy as I was thinking. Or, you might have 1 week of very easy trading, and then there are days like this, and you get chopped up left and right. So you get through this risk management program. So to me, the success of this program is how many of you go through this and you realize, oh man, this is way harder than I was expecting. I better either quit trading or keep practicing and don't touch my real-time investment. And for $500, getting that experience, I think it's priceless. Like, it's worth it. Again, I don't want to try to sell you a simulator funded account because it is a simulator, but I want you to sell you the experience to encourage you to go through this program and see it's not easy. And, all of the equity curves for, it's the same. Like, John and I were analyzing them and we was publish a paper on that. John told me this, ignore these mathematical papers, just publish these ones because, you see all these equity curves, like, the good ones are all hockey stick, goes down, goes up, and the Hulk days that everybody goes up, and then one day, like, majority of the traders are like that, really good, and boom, drop like this. All right, so PLTR bounced back exactly from the place that we wanted. Yeah, Ben, like, Ben, exactly.
Yeah.
I want that kind of comment. Ben mentioned that, thank you for the quantity account. I learned so much to save some real losses. Yeah, exactly. Like, and this idea came from one of my friends, Ed. He lives in the UK. I was having a dinner with him one time a few years ago in Windsor, and he asked me this question. He said, Andrew is a really good friend of mine. He said, Andrew, I want to learn trading for my family, but I have to risk the money that I have for my kids. How do I do that? And I didn't have an answer at that time. Yeah, you need to risk to learn and to make profit, but how can we actually make sure that you're not risking significant amount of your own real money? Because trading is the most dangerous thing that you can have. Like, after war between countries, I think this is the most dangerous thing that humanity has invented. Like, there's a reason that Brian says, oh, humanity. Like, there are butchery, like there are some people like really getting butchered right now. Including myself. Like, today I was one of those meats that got butchered. See, Eleanor, like Kay, just like Eleanor, for example, or Kay Harp, you guys, you blow up your account twice, and okay, so wait a minute. Let me get the one SMC along here, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm getting a long SMCI here. Let's see if SMCI is gonna go up. So again, yeah, this blew up. Imagine if it was in your real retirement account. Like, how can you recover from that loss? But it's just like a funded account. Okay, like everybody can afford a $500 loss. I'm being scammed left and right, $500 in every new country that I go. But it's a learning experience. All right, I'm gonna go long SMC at 57.25. Let's see if this time wants to go up. This is probably the last trade that I do. See, today is one of those days that I'm like halting. Gurinda, yeah, the funded account is available only for elite members in the chat room. Piece of garbage, this SMCI. I don't want people on YouTube to go through the funded account because the people who are on the YouTube and non-member, I don't think it's for them. So if you are in the chat room, so there is a tab, in the homepage, you can actually. I'm getting a stop that on SMCI, guys. What am I seeing? So. Because you need to be able to trade. Like I don't want anybody in this program. I don't want anybody in the community actually. I like to have a group of people who are committed, read the book. Look, I have a lot of friends and message me, hey, I want to trade. And I say, well, read the book. And they never read the book. They never read my book. And then they just keep messaging me. And I told one of them recently that if you don't want to read the book, why are you keep messaging me? You don't want to even invest like 2 hours, read a simple book.
Yeah.
He literally told me that I don't want to read the book. Teach me how to trade. Like, what kind of attitude is that? Like, seriously, he said, no,
It's
I
crazy.
just don't want to read
It's
it. How
crazy.
do I trade?
Yeah.
Um, so, yeah, that's the thing. Like, funded account is definitely something that you have to consider later in the stage. Like, come to watch these shows and stuff and get a little bit of entertainment. These are mostly entertainment. But if you're serious, read the book, come to watch the courses, at least the strategy courses that we have. And then, when you're actually getting serious, that's the time that, you can consider funded account. I'm answering this one because somebody mentioned in the chat in YouTube that people cannot find the elite one. The funded account, I think YouTube is not the point to have access to that even link. Like, I want people in the chat room. That's the more serious community that we have here.
Pulling back again here.
This SMC
Couldn't
really
get through
got
the
me.
VWAP.
Time is it? It's 10:24. So PLTR is bouncing back. Yeah, I think I'm done. I am done today. Tesla daily chart look like 1 to 325. Almost post election was 274. Huh?
Yeah. It's pulled back a fair amount. Talking about Tesla yesterday, I just can't see how it's where the value is with Tesla, given the competition from all these Chinese companies selling similar cars for half the price. When they wanted Tesla to move to China, that's why they welcomed him so that he could get their industry going. And a lot of the Chinese car companies were buying the same parts from that Tesla was using as suppliers for the parts for their cars.
Like I was in China like 4 months ago. Like the cars that I was seeing, like the BYD is making some cars. Like we don't see it in North America because they're not coming here. But it was unbelievable. Like I was looking at my Lamborghini and I was looking at that car and I said, well, why did I pay half a million for my Lamborghini? This is way nicer. Like the things that they're building, like it's so beautiful and so high quality. Again, we don't
Yeah.
see them because they're not coming here. I had when I was climbing Choyo, there was one engineer, French engineer in my team. He was a very old guy. He used to work. He was still works for Renault. The Renault is a brand, is a very big brand in French. It's a car company, and he was
Yeah.
designing the engines for F1 race for Renault. So reducing the
Oh,
friction,
cool.
like the highest performance engines that you can imagine. And he was telling me that I quote, he said, I'm so pessimistic about engineering in the West. He said, there's no way that we can compete with these Chinese. At least he was talking about the engines like for F1 race and stuff. He said, I'm
Hmm.
so pessimistic. There's no way that we can compete with them. The things that they're coming up with and stuff. So, man, dude, not with this attitude. You're already
Yeah.
accepting.
Yeah. You're already accepting.
I mean, you can always control that with tariffs and, like export and import regulation stuff. But, again, China was super impressed with the cars. Like BYD cars are so beautiful. Like just really look at the interior. I was looking at, I was only in Tibet. Tibet is not like area that, there's a lot of things like, I want to go to Shanghai and Beijing soon. Like in 2 months, I want to go back to China, but like super impressed like what they're building over there. Yeah, but that engineer was really nice. Like he was saying that it's very difficult to compete with the Chinese engines. And all right, so let's see, how did we lose our money? SMCI again. PLTR is bounced back nice. No, Ali, I'm not. I'm not really into any trade. Like PLTR was hoping to get to S495, never really hit the S4. SMCI really like look at this huge squeeze and then engulfing and bounce back and just like today I had a very big loss. Like don't even ask me. Please let me die in integrity. I told you this house is haunted, and I have to trade here tomorrow morning too. So if there's any shadow or anything behind me, let me know. um, PLTR 101.
See,
Yeah, PLTR is at the VWAP. If it gets the VWAP, it might go back up. What's the SPY doing? SPY bounce back, huh? Apple's
Spy
flat.
bounce back. It's just trying to, I'm just watching it and see if it can get through the VWAP here. It's really kind of looks like it's going to break out here. It's definitely a seller right at the VWAP.
Hmm. Tesla down 2%. But Tesla is like Elon Musk is smart. He's gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat. He's gonna come up with something. He's really good
Yeah.
at that. Paris had a really nice conference in the Money Show. Like over 120 people showed up in his session. Thanks for your support, guys. Paris did a presentation of actually a master class for Money Show. It was very nice. He sent me some pictures and it was amazing. Like I got
Ah,
also
here we
email from
go.
Money Show already.
Just got along some SPX calls. That's a breakthrough on the SPY, on the VWAP SPY. Oh, nice move. Good move there. Yeah, you could kind of see how it was making like in a bit of an ascending triangle there. It was holding the 9 EMA on the top side, just banging away at the VWAP until we broke through. A quick trade there. It's coming up to now we're at the yesterday's low on the SPY.
Yeah, Guav. If the Paradox Hotel, I think Paradox Hotel is getting almost sold out. So if you want to book, Pinnacle Hotel and Marriott are the one that close, and I think the prices are pretty good right now. So if you want to do that, and if you couldn't find any good hotel, email me. Um, Anything, 1 or 2 blocks around Paradox Hotel is very nice and close to the water. It's great. Don't go too far into the east because Vancouver also has an, east side of the Vancouver gets a little bit homeless area, but that
I
area is
see.
just perfect. Yeah,
But
Paris, congratulations. Yeah, Westin is also really good, Emily. If you can, yeah, Westin Bayshore is very nice. It's just across my
yeah,
apartment. I can look at your hotel room. Yeah, it's very nice.
yeah, the
Like I live in
Weston
the
is
best
actually,
neighborhood.
yeah, the Weston's quite nice. It's got a nice view of the Stanley Park and the mountains and everything.
Yeah, the Paradox might sell out because Paradox is a big building, but most of it is residential. I think they have about 140 rooms. I myself booking like 40 rooms just myself, so they don't have a lot of rooms left. Yeah. Yeah, Marriott is a very nice hotel. There's a really nice restaurant down there, and yeah, Paradox is sold out. And yeah, I myself like book 40 rooms just for the staff and guests and everything. Like all the guest members, like I'm flying them, all the TEDx people and stuff. Um, yeah, so guys, thanks for coming. And again, I did mention that Timothy Sykes is coming too. Timothy Sykes is a very good trader. He's a penny stock trader, but he's one of the pioneers of really figuring out this money to be made. Like he made $7,000 of $7 million, like something like that. Very, and he's a great speaker. Like he's
You
a
should
very interesting speaker.
you should
Yeah, Timothy
invite
Sykes. Yeah, Timothy Sykes.
from.
You know, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you should invite that other guy, that
Uh,
the other Mike.
no, 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 please, no. Don't go there. um, um, yeah, Timothy Sykes is a really good trader. And again, the point is, I can be not penny stock traders. He's gonna come and do the TEDx for us. It's about again the community is about being the best version of yourself, recovering from losses, recovering from just like Thor, for example. He mentioned that he started running, he got inspired by the community, and now he's running. So I mean that to how to become the best version of yourself. Trading, of course, is our theme. So Timothy Sykes is going to have a lot of things about how to build a business, how to become a trader, how to stay a trader, how to things. It's not about come up with a strategy how to do the penny stock. The penny stock trading is all bull flagged, just momentum type of thing. So there's not complication in that, but execution is difficult. Um, so it's all about again the first day the TEDx is there's nothing technical. It's all about lifestyle, psychology, mental resilience, and of course a lot of performance. Like I just booked $20,000 of artists for the first day only to do the performances during the talks and make it very entertaining. Um, um,
Just I gotta show you something here.
oh my gosh,
If I can
here we go.
I gotta show you. I gotta show you this.
Where are you showing it? On the screen or on your webcam?
No, just a sec. I just gotta get something up here.
But where do you want to show it? Tell me. I get ready.
I'm just showing.
I
I'll
need
show it in the room. Here we go. Yeah. Like I've already talked about this in the room, but look at Zuckerberg has just been dumping shares of his company. Like
Are you
here's his
sharing
whole
your screen? Is it in your screen? Let me wait.
yeah, I am
Oh, okay. I see.
sharing the
Switch that.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, 27 million.
Inside.
Like look how many like look down here, another 28 million, 42 million. Like you see how many shares he's like how look at how many he's dumping. Like I figured he's dumped probably 100 million shares at around
100 million shares.
$700.
Guys, cashing out. So, Brian, I have a question for you. How fast these insider reportings are coming? Like, if Zuckerberg sells today, do we have to disclose today, and so we know the result the next day, or what's the delay in reporting for the insiders?
I'm not really sure about the US exchanges. I know the Canadian exchanges, you have to disclose any insider trading. I think it's within 30 days. But these are all fairly recent. This is February 19th. You
Is it
can
February
file an
19
intent to sell.
transaction or February 19 reporting? That's my question. Is it that February
Yeah,
19? Is it the
transaction.
transaction date or it's reporting?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Does anyone know that? Have 2 days to report. No, 2 days. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's a little bit tricky. Like,
See, you can file a proposed sale too, right? Proposed sale. You go in and you
oh,
file that. It's not an actual sale, but you're filing some form that's saying you're proposing to sell. I guess if you've got a big enough stake, you've got to do that. But I mean, it's amazing when you think of how much money he's got in his bank account now. Like literally,
Uh,
I wonder what he's investing in.
they said since the day that he looked at Lawrence Sanchez boobs, like that's exactly the thing that if you look at it, that was exactly the day that he did that. Like the stock went up like 20%. Let's say that's the key to become successful. Is just look at the big boobs. You know which one, which picture? Yes, you know that. I don't know if you guys follow it. In an inauguration,
Yeah,
there's the
yeah,
one
yeah.
moment that he looked at, Jeff Bezos' wife's. Oh, so maybe we need to look at some. Um,
I guess he can make your car
that,
payment for you.
yeah, that meme was, I think, is eternal, like forever. And then they smiled after. So, oh man. If you don't know what we're talking about, the Google Zuckerberg, like boobs, Lawrence Sanchez, everything comes up. Like it's.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Okay, so 2 days
He's
to report.
building
Okay,
another.
let's get back to character.
Yeah, he could be building a spaceship, compete with Bezos and
Yeah.
Musk.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's getting
So
kind of choppy right now since I got that last little trade. Uh, Spy. Not really sure where we're going here. Tesla and Nvidia is really just hacking sideways here around 139, just under. Tesla's just chopping away here for the last 20 minutes. I can tell you AMD is trending lower.
AMD, I think Steve Burns mentioned in X that AMD they have a lot of insider buying a few days ago. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I didn't see then it moved like 5%. I was thinking of, and then I looked at ETF for AMD. AMDL is, I think, I was thinking of buying. I was just flying. I couldn't buy that. Like AMDL is from $5 popped up to $6. Like wanted to buy some.
Let me see
Thomas,
what
yeah.
we
So
can see here.
yeah, Thomas,
Here's,
that picture is, yeah, that's the one that I think everybody should print that one, put it behind top of your trading station because apparently works. Oh man, and the smile after that, he smiled. If you see the video, he smiles after that, like, yeah. Sorry guys, mentioning that again. That nothing sexism about this is just a very famous thing. It's all over media. So, uh, I even.
Yeah, I'm just looking at AM's. I'm just looking at AMD insider trading here. I've got one buy, $500,000. No, wait a sec. No, that's $2 million. But then
Which one? AMD? AMD?
now that was. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, no, that $500,000 on AMD
Hmm.
the chief commercial officer. But there's just been a lot of option exercising, which is typical for most companies. They give their executives options as part of their compensation. So if the stock price is trading above the strike price and the option, they can buy shares from the company at that price, and then just sell them on the open market. Lisa Seuss in December sold about $11 million worth of stock.
This is the CEO of AMD, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them exercising options and then selling. Again, it's a form of executive compensation, so
What's this Excel?
it's not it's not necessarily a bad thing. You want
Um,
to
yeah, then Warren Buffett closes VO and SPY position, but he still actually he added the like I know, it doesn't mean that market is going to crash because he added a lot of other things into his portfolio. Warren Buffett is actually Berkshire Hathaway is one of the biggest market makers on S&P 500 options. So they actually sell a lot of puts so themselves, and they added actually a lot of stocks like Oxy, Occidental Petroleum, and everything. They added a lot of position to those ones. Like I know when everybody mentioned that he closed all position. Seems like he didn't have a lot of SPY or VO. I think even that position was probably partly just because they're selling puts and then they're making it, I don't know, secure or something like that. I don't know. No, so Dan is asking about the VO position. So the VO position for me has become like more like a long-term investment that a trade. Like it started as a trade, but now I'm just holding it and I'm just getting like $100,000 of dividend out of that a year. So just the dividend is coming back, and the more cash I'm gonna, hopefully just keep it as cash or add some bonds into that. If I sell it now, first of all, I have to pay tax on it. Second of all, what do I want to do with it? Do you want to keep it cash? The market might do a pullback, like 5% or 7% pullback is very possible in S&P 500. But okay, so I better not to really just time it buy and sell because it's also tax too. Like that, $1.5 million unrealized. I don't pay tax on it, but the moment that I sell it, I have to pay tax on it. So
Canadian government needs your money.
yeah, unfortunately,
You better sell
they also increased the capital gain tax. So in Canada, it's a little bit tricky, the situation here. But again, uh, what is the best to invest than S&P 500 in the US? Like it's just one of the 500 best companies, 11 sectors. Like I think like 40% of the revenue is international. Like what do you want to do? Do you want to buy Libra meme coin that president of Argentina pump and dump? Like what do you want to do with your money? Like real estate? Yeah,
it.
like
That was great. You
yeah,
should
and
ask.
literally the integrity of the financial market is gone. Like the president of the uh, Argentina comes and literally pump shit coins to his people and struggling economy. It's just not cool. And he's an economist, John. Yeah, exactly. He's one of the best economists that Argentina has. And again, that's the problem. What do you want to do with your money? Like, what do I want? I have 4 properties. I sent a newsletter a few days ago. Like, I have 4 properties. I don't plan to buy more. I don't have mortgages on them. They're just creating a little bit of revenue of rental. And then that rental revenue get taxed really bad by the city. I can't increase the rent. They just keep calling me, hey, there's a squirrel in the corner, or there's a leak on the dryer or something. I constantly have to be. And
Selling off again here on the markets. The Qs are back. The SPY is going back down. Tesla all day here. Oh, look at Tesla. Tesla's dropping
Tesla's
again.
PLTR is also going back down.
Damn. Nvidia just took a big drop.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, real estate is good, like real estate investment. I think primary real estate, I mean, general rule is that you have to buy your primary residence because there's a lot of tax
Damn.
benefits. You can actually bring your money from the retirement accounts, you get a lot of deduction on the tax and stuff. But so that's the primary residence. Everybody should buy the primary residence. I'm not saying that don't buy a house and just go day trade. But when it comes to the second, third, fourth, and for me, like fifth property, it's you got to run the numbers properly. Like, are you going to beat the market or not? Like, I've said that example many times. That 2018, I bought a really nice lot in Vancouver, 1.6 million. I put $600,000 down. 2018. That lot is now 1.8. If I'm lucky, 1.9. How much I made? $300,000 on my down payment, which is not bad. But what was the SPY in that time? SPY was 195. So what is the SPY now? 600. So my $600,000 would have been $2 million. Now my $600,000 is only added like $300,000. Like, you see the difference? Do you see how I lost the market opportunity? And now in that time, I paid interest rates. Like my interest rate was variable, went up all the way up to 9%, and now it's a little bit down. I actually paid the mortgage on it, and my rental is only $3,000 from that property. The property tax $6,000 a year, insurance, and catching a squirrel $200 a year. So, see, as an investment, it was a horrible investment. It's a nice lot, but the problem with the real estate is because real estate doesn't have volatility. It's considered a better investment because the volatility is very important. Like your property doesn't go up and down like Tesla 20% or PLTR 10%. But there's also no liquidity in there. So the problem with the financial market is financial market has volatility. If you can't absorb volatility, you shouldn't be in financial market. It's part of the financial market. But a financial market has liquidity. You can get out really fast, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because if it's you just you want to constantly change it, and then just panicking all the time. That's why you shouldn't really touch the single stocks. The single stocks have volatility that you cannot absorb. Like, for example, S&P 500 doesn't drop overnight 10%, unless it's like a pandemic or something. But Tesla can drop 10%. Meta can drop 10% a day. Has. All right, so SMCI is in the VWAP. Do anything? So S&P 500 and VOO, Shahla is asking a very good question. A SPY is offered by a different company. A VOO is by Vanguard. It's just the companies that are offering the same thing. And VOO over time it gives you a better return, not a lot because it has lower expense fee. I think a SPY, who offers a SPY? Is it
I think
um,
it's Vanguard, isn't it?
no, a SPY is not
Could be
Vanguard.
wrong. Could be wrong.
Is yes, PDR is a different company. Like is it State Street? Yeah, Samit, you're right. State Street is a different company that
It's
provide
State
that.
Street. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
State Street. It's a firm, financial firm that packages these together and hold the positions. VO is Vanguard. Vanguards are amazing. Like the bonds VCLT that I'm holding is also really good. You don't have to have Vanguard account to buy it. You can buy it with the interactive brokers, but it's the product that Vanguard is offering, and it has lower expense fee. Vanguard's products are amazing. And I just read 2 days ago that actually VOO now is bigger than a SPY. So VOO, thanks to my position that I took, VOO is now actually bigger than S&P 500 in terms of capital that I have absorbed. And I played a simple role in for history. So VOO is pretty good.
SPY
Like
is
I know a lot of people in this community are really well off. So it's good to put your money in VOO, maybe slowly build a 60-40 portfolio of bonds and stocks, and just forget the password. And a little bit of money cash. Everybody has some cash around here, by and there and stuff. So you can, if you want to day trade with that, that's a very good, things. But majority of your investment should be in something like VOO. And please don't do stock picking. Like this stock picking of, oh, I read something that Elon Musk wants to launch something into the space and let's buy it. Like, because I mean, even if you're right, you need to put some portion of your portfolio putting in there because you're not crazy if you go all in on that. And even if you pop up 10%, because it's 10% of the 10% of that account is just that 1% that you might as well get what a SPY. You know what I mean? Like when you are doing this stock picking, you get a feeling that you're a trader, but over the long term, risk adjusted return, you might not beat the market. Like even Warren Buffett in the last, like he's one of the greatest investors of all time, but in the last, I think 10 years, he hasn't beat the S&P 500. I think a lot of his amazing return comes from a little bit like back in the 80s or 70s. So Zena, AI portfolio, S&P 500, there is a lot of AI in there. Like Meta is in there, Apple is in there, NVIDIA is in there. These are big positions, like 30, 40% of S&P 500 is AI sector already. Anything new, these big companies are jumping on it anyways. So I mean, like someone say, Andrew, what about Bitcoin? I am a Bitcoin holder, through VO. Like MicroStrategy strategy is part of S&P 500, so I think it is now. So see, you have exposure to all the markets, and it's amazing. Go all in. As a matter of fact, my VO position was 30% on leverage, just from Interactive Brokers. You can actually, if you get leverage from Interactive, and I paid interest for it, but also the return was amazing on it. So in a bull market, they say like about 20 to 30% margin is reasonable. Which you can just use directly from Interactive Brokers. It gives you that margin on in ETFs. So the AI to manage your account is a different product. So S&P 5 VOO, for example, as a simple mandate. The fund has the simple mandate of like market cap weighted 500 companies, and they adjust and balance it based on the mandate that they have. There are ETFs like Meet Kevin. Like, do you can remember the YouTuber Meet Kevin? He had an ETF, and he was saying that, oh, I'm going to figure out things because he had followers. And he started a ETF because you're essentially selling your influence. But he closed his ETF because he realized that I'm a fucking YouTuber. I have no business of running an ETF. a lot of people come up with these products like AI managed and type of thing, and these are not new. I've seen it all, like high frequency trading and that kind of thing. But the mandate behind this is you don't know what it is. SPY, VOO, VCLT, like VCLT is 3,500 investment quality grade bonds from corporations, which gives you a little bit of a better yield than like US government.
Well, look at ARC. Kathy Wood, the genius,
Yeah, and again,
hasn't done that
also
great.
there's something about this. Like Cathy Wood is following her mandate. Like ARK, she says that her mandate is very clear
Yeah,
that I want to invest in certain disruptive companies that meets this criteria, and she's public about it. She's
yeah,
showing all of her trades.
yeah.
If her funds get destroyed, she shouldn't change her portfolio and go buy Apple because Apple is not a disruptive company anymore. So her mandate for ARK is very clear. So investors who buy that should know that okay, this is the reason that its stock is going down. So the mandate of the fund is very important. You go to read it. You can read it all online. So what is the mandate? What are the calculations? What are the portfolio made of? Like, what's the mandate? And like if Cathy Wood if goes and buys like Nvidia or like, maybe not Nvidia, but like I don't know, like Chevron, Walmart, and stuff, then she's violating the mandate of her fund. The mandate of her fund is disruptive technologies in the future.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Ugh, I'm cold. Me and the soul in this house are cold. Ugh. He's definitely in heaven because this is really cold. It's not like hell. Oh. All right, so we have a few minutes until we get Paris. Paris did a really nice presentation, guys, again on order flow. Paris is also having a workshop in the Vancouver Summit on order flow. So for those of you who want to make it, again, guys, my job is to make sure that you get the best return of investment on Vancouver Summit. When you come, you actually learn something. So this year we added entertainment, TEDx, and of course the increased quality of our presentations and live trading at the summit. And yeah, really looking forward to see you guys.
Yeah, should be good.
Should be good.
Still
How's Abby
continuing
doing?
to start to sell off here.
So Mia is asking a
All right.
question about is it a good time to buy VOO? So it's a very good question. Like market is at all-time high. Is it a good time to buy or not? Depending on your time zone. If you want to buy for retirement, which I did, yeah, buy it now. If you have a lot of money, you want to buy maybe a little bit now, and then if it drops a little bit more. But the the research has shown that the return is coming from time in the market, not timing the market. So like you just keep buying. Like if you have extra cash, just keep buying. Like there's more cash coming, just keep buying. The more cash comes, keep coming. Sometimes high, sometimes low, sometimes low. And again, we're not the first people to figure this thing out. The Wall Street has already done this research like 7 years, and they already published all the papers and everything. So it's all out there. You're just gonna keep buying. Um, because I personally, like I'm at 41, 42, I'm probably gonna retire in 15, 20 years. So the market can make a couple of really big drops in the next 10, 20 years. So I have to absorb that.
Yeah, market's selling off again.
Yeah, Apple has some heavy volume coming in.
Yeah, Apple's managing to stay green here despite all this volatility. Microsoft is managing to stay green.
I
It's
think
kind of an
Apple is
outlier, a bit of an outlier.
China sector is strong. So I think
Yeah, the Chinese stocks are holding up today. Like I say, it seems to be a bit of a rotation of money out of some of these stocks that were real high flyers. Um, maybe into some more value stuff. What have we got? The Dow's down 1.2, Qs are down 1%, SPY's only down 0.84. Feels like it should be more. So we made an all-time high yesterday, and now we're pulling back today. Still in an uptrend, day overall.
Well, Apple popped up actually, as a matter of fact. What's
Yeah,
this piece of art?
Apple's popping a bit. Yeah, look at it go.
Already.
Yeah, it's really had a nice little run here in the last week from under 230 to 245 ish. Not PLTR still looks like there's some sellers there. Another bounce here on the Q. Went down, tested low of day again, and then bounced back.
All right, guys, I gotta
Sky,
sign off. So I'm gonna hand
yeah,
it over to
I was
my
just gonna.
buddy. I don't know. YouTube is the Parison thing or coming? Parison Avi. If not, hand it over. Brian, I had a very bad day, guys. So see you tomorrow morning
All
from
right.
this house. Um, and all the way, all the best, guys.
Get some. See you, Andrew. All right, guys. Well, I am going to grab some breakfast here too. I had a pretty decent morning. So we'll keep it at that. And Abby, good to see you this morning. I guess, good to see you this evening.
Yeah, Brian, it's good to see you. The morning for you and
Hey,
past happy hour.
good
So
morning. Yeah. Okay, all right.
cool.
See you, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later. Abby, hope you had a good trading morning, afternoon, or
Yep.
evening.
It's been all good. Thank you. I'm glad you had a good one and yeah, enjoy your breakfast. Hey guys, how you doing on YouTube? A lot of entertainment, huh? Again. Anyways. Yes, it is night here. That's what Brian was talking about. It is now 8 p.m. So yeah, I'm becoming more and more nocturnal every day. So yeah, it's been very interesting today. Hope you all here are having a good time with it. Um, I've been again very active today. I've taken like 4 green trades, another 3, 4 losing trades. So it's just active, but lots of opportunity. I can still see stuff setting up now. So at least for my trading style, today is the kind of day you want to show up. Anyways, Mox, you looking at trades? Yeah, I'll let you know if I see something. But we've just had a big push up on Apple. I just closed out a Tesla and an AMD short, holding on to a little bit of a position in case they want to continue down, but the trade's over as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, Apple's interesting. To my eyes, I mean, zooming out on Apple, it's just been bullish on the 30-minute chart and then consolidation for the last, what, 3 days or so. And then at the open, it put in this first 30-minute candle was massive, reverse hammer, right? So I'm thinking to short it in this area. So I did take 1 or 2 stabs at it, I can't remember, and took the tight stops over there. So now it's going the other way, of course, right? So the market doesn't do guarantees. It can indicate one thing and do another thing. Happens all the time. And on the other hand, if you look at something like AMD, similar idea, kind of tricky, but generally in a bullish run. And you can see yesterday it found resistance, and today this massive, reverse hammer was interesting. And then when it started to really break out of support here at about 114.50, 114.20, this is where I got the short. And I just closed it out a few minutes ago. And I could show you how that looks. It's right here with put options. So that's the entry and just closed it out a few minutes ago. Still holding on to a few contracts in case it decides to keep going. So that's one of them. Tesla was another good one for me. So was actually Tesla. I traded it twice today. Short both times. Caught that first drop at 940 or so, and then the next one more recently in the last half an hour. So, anyways, there it is. All good there. It's SIS, you're looking at a double bottom on the SPY. Let's see what double bottom, what time frame, I'm looking at the 30-minute mostly, which for now I don't see anything. You go smaller on the 5-minute, yeah, it looks decent, right? Big move down. Neat looking double bottom. I wouldn't go long on this chart though, the way it's behaving. On the 1-minute, same idea, kind of neat. And you would have gone long a few minutes ago if you're on the 1-minute. So, yeah, it looks all right. Well, let's see. The market does not do guarantees. I'm still actively looking for stuff. I think we'll find stuff. It's just been slow in the last half hour, I think. Things have slowed down tremendously. But, the day has just begun, or the night has just begun. Richie, yeah, just went through those couple of trades there. And I took a stop on Meta as well. Meta was interesting. I was really interested in Meta at the open. It was big move down, and then I was looking at a big double bottom. So ideally a long position would have made sense, but you can see the double bottom didn't really happen before the market opened. It's just wiki on both sides. It's not telling you that the buyers are truly taking over, even though the low here is higher than the previous low. So that double bottom didn't happen, didn't come true. But then also what I was seeing, if you zoom in a little further, you can see this consolidation for a couple of hours before the open, and then the breakdown, right? At the open just breaks down right through there. So I got interested in the short, breaking down from that level. So that one didn't work, got out very quickly because trading the open, you're in, you're out within 30 seconds. So, anyways, plenty of opportunities. Richie, yeah, I'm basing my setups on the 30-minute candlestick patterns. Same thing as before with naked trading, just looking at candlesticks at levels. But instead of 1 minute or 5 minute, I'm just looking at the 30-minute. And then if I see a setup come around on a 30-minute, then I'll zoom into the 1 minute and pick an entry. So if I see, let's say, a bullish pattern on a 30-minute, then I zoom into the 1 minute and wait for a bullish pattern to set up in about the same area. Sometimes you wait for 15 minutes before you get one, or sometimes it's right there as you zoom in. And then I'll take that 1 minute entry with a stop loss based on the 1 minute chart, but then the target's based on the 30-minute chart. So the idea is to get in with a large size, which allows, you can only have a large size if you have a tight stop. But then the target is far off. It's far away. It's on the next level on these 30-minute charts. So that's the thinking, you know, trying to hold bigger sizes for bigger moves. That's the end result of it. So far, so good. So let's see. And now we're having wow, look at that on Google. I got interested in Google for a bit, but didn't play. Big bearish move, then a hammer, and then looking good. It's not ideal, but it's there. On the 1 minute, you can see where those hammers are. Right there. You can see that bullish activity right there. So, maybe a missed opportunity. Don't really know. What else we got here? What questions you guys have? There you go, Alex, Richie. Yeah, went through those trades already. We'll find more, I'm sure. Hmm. Runs bienvenue Apple. Yeah, I was just talking about Apple. I attempted it short based on the 30-minute chart, but it went the other way, so got out of it fairly quickly. Yeah. Nathan, and yes, they do work on the SPY. I've been paying attention to the SPY today as well, see if something sets up. I haven't touched it yet, but yeah, it's respecting the levels, but I don't see a setup on it yet. Let's see if that happens, if it comes around. I'm really curious about what Tesla's gonna do. Tesla will, well, 350, got a level right in the area. So far, it's just chopping the area. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens next. Fun, fun. So who's coming to Vancouver, guys? I finally booked my flights yesterday. I was waiting for the right schedule and price and all that. So that's happening finally. Booked and excited. Vancouver, we have lots of great speakers. I'm just excited to go to listen to everybody. And on top of that, meet all of you who I keep talking to every day online. All you here on YouTube and in BBT and in my mentee group, everybody. So, man, you got to make the effort and come. It's really great. It's really great. I wouldn't miss these things. Ooh, we got Microsoft breaking out. But yeah, come and get that Vancouver stuff. Andrew was talking about it. It's great. There you go, guys. Microsoft again. Some excitement. Apple's very similar. Told you we'll find opportunities. Plenty. I'm curious about Amazon more than anything else. I might go short here. Let's see. We'll wait a few minutes. Melanie, you're not coming this time to Vancouver? You were there last time, right? You guys gotta come. It's more than education. I mean, this education is a massive part of it, and you get a tremendous amount. I've learned so much just by showing up. More than that, though, it's, just interacting with each other, and you learn so much in just these little side conversations, while you're grabbing a cup of coffee or whatever it may be. And very inspiring. You meet people who you got questions for, you get a chance to finally talk to them one on one or in a group. That's the magic of it as well. On top of the brilliant insights you get from the presentations. So again, I haven't missed one since I started going for them like 3 years ago. I was a member at the time. So, fun, fun. All right, Amazon has my attention for a short. And I can go just slightly out of the money on this, actually. Let me see if this makes sense. No, it's not there yet. Not there. Just gonna wait. Why Amazon? Because, well, where is it? 30-minute chart. What I'm seeing is it's very, very weak. It's done a pullback. Then it's printed a bearish candle again. So this is a pullback area. I'm not seeing this as a reversal. And then it's pushing back up to retest this important level. Is this important? Well, we'll find out. It's just a measured move thing. But for now, on the 1-minute chart, it's rejecting that level. You can see how it's respecting it, right? So it's weak, pull back. You can see where the sellers started taking over again, making these lower highs. Found some buyers at this 222 zone, but that's a lower low than the previous low. So the way I'm seeing this, the sellers are in charge and I'm trying to see if this 223 area is truly holding as resistance, as in the sellers are just going to hold it, not let it go, and step down their selling price asks, or was it whatever. The sellers are just selling a lot. So if I can identify this on 1 minute, which at the moment I'm not identifying it, I'm identifying it's likely to go up. Yeah, there it goes. Because the sellers would have pushed it down by now. It's just sitting up here making an ascending wedge, which is more a breakout pattern, right? Going the other way. So it's not aligning, so I'm not going to touch it for now. Let's see if it sets up again later. But I think actually what's happening here that's more interesting is Apple. Big, 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 big action here. Big double top. Big bullish run double top on a 30-minute chart. You can see where it's rejecting now. Already printed some bearish activity. This is actually more interesting. Wow, I gotta go in the money contracts with this one. Let's see. I'm not ready to short it yet, but you can see where the sellers are lower than they were earlier, right? So they're in charge so far. Well, let's see. So Apple's interesting. I got an eye on Amazon. Don't even look at Meta. It's a disaster. Oh, come on. Where is it? 225. Yeah. All right. Time to do this one, I think. 20. Hold on a sec, guys. Got 280, got 25. All right. So I've taken a short here on Amazon. It's working. As in the pattern I was looking for is good. See the aggression coming in with the sellers. There it goes. It's on the way. Apple, damn. Just as I was hitting the button on Amazon, Apple has to go too at the same time. This is where I wish I had like 10 hands typing stuff. Anyways, Amazon, let's make sure I got everything in the right place. I'd like to scale in. I haven't put on the kind of size I'd like to, but for now, it's okay. All right, Amazon there. Apple, anyone catch Apple? Ugh, missed it. It's there. Can see it happening. Here's Amazon. You can see this bearish candle right here, reverse hammer. The new 1 minute low is the entry, so already in the favor a little bit. But it's on a 30-minute basis. The target's way down here, 221.50. So let it sit, let it run. Takes time to go. And once I put it on, I basically zoom out, put a 30-minute chart in there, and forget about it. Once I get close to the target, then I'll look at it again. Cool. What else are you guys doing? Anyone got anything you want to look at? Yeah, Microsoft is on its way. Eric, you were in San Diego? Nice. Yeah, that was my first one too. Feel like I've been to every one since. And there's more than these conferences. Like we did the retreat in Colombia as well, right? So yeah, even that. We even did a small meetup in Dubai not long ago when Andrew was here. So there you go. Mac, yeah, I'm in the Amazon short, and Apple looks short as well. I just missed the entry because Amazon and Apple happened at the same time, and I don't have enough arms to click on everything at the same time. So, anyways, for Apple, Muhammad Jamali, I would look at 245.70 is what I've got on my charts. There it is. That's the next level down. But if it's a seriously weak kind of action, then it's going a lot lower. A lot. I mean, seriously, a lot. There we go. Amazon is starting to finally depart the area. Gotta zoom out and leave it alone. There we go. SMCI. You guys want to know what SMCI? Wow, it's been wild, huh? Yesterday was wild, up and down. And now also lots of movement today, but you can see it's not going anywhere. Um, this is one of those day traders graveyard kind of activity. But at the open, you can see this pennant forming, right? Basically an opening range, tight range. It's tightening. It's a triangle, which eventually breaks out. And this one happened to break out to the top side, but went the other way again later on. So what you gonna do with that? Just let it be. I wouldn't touch it. I don't look at stuff like this anyway. Man, look at Apple. Did anyone catch this? Seriously, it's already hit the target. Boom. If you're in this like 4 minutes ago. For me, Amazon is halfway to the target now. Let's see how it behaves at 222, because that was a previous low of the day around this area, but my real target's down there. Anyways, fun. Opportunities are just amazing everywhere. You guys wanted to know about NVIDIA. Well, let's zoom out to begin with. You can see the levels there. It did a breakout there. It hit the level, came back to the levels further up where it broke out from. It was support, turned it into resistance, went right back down to what is support at the moment. That's just 30-minute activity. On the 1 minute, what did we see was the level? Sorry, what was it? 138.50. 138.50. All right, up in this area. Breakout, retest, go down again. You can see it came back to this 138.50 zone. This is the key candle right here. Just massive reverse hammer with some room to the left. The new 1 minute low is where I would enter if I was watching this. Actually, looking back now, I don't know why I didn't watch this. The exit would have been right above it, and then you're going down to the level. You can even add in as it breaks through. Now, I mean, what do you think? Double bottom happening? Yeah, it looks like it. If you zoom out further, you get a big double bottom on a 5 minute, which looks good. 30-minute just looks like a mess. So it depends how you look at it, but the 1 and the 5 look bullish to my eyes. And yeah, that's that. Man, Apple is so short, so weak. What else? What else you want to do? PLTR and Mara. Guys, PLTR again. Big day yesterday. Wow, later in the day. It's been moving anyway. Yeah, it did a big move. Look at that. Fun. Yeah, bullish up front, but see the small move happened first. The big move happened, the second move. And that's usually what I try and target, the biggest move of the day, which generally is not at the open, generally. So that's why I'm looking at a bigger time frame, 30 minutes and all that. Usually it keeps me out of the smaller trades. Even if I get trade right at the open, it's based on a 30-minute perspective. So that's what I like about that. AMD is interesting. Whoops, that's Amazon. Where's AMD? There. Look at that. So yeah, very, 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 very weak. Putting that reverse hammer in at the moment, breaking down. Who likes breakouts? Looks like it wants it. Could also become a double bottom on a 1 minute. You don't know at this point. But zooming out and looking at it, so far today, it's all weak. It's at, yeah, previous day's low. Maybe it finds buyers there, but a breakdown of previous day's low is a big move. If it happens, yeah, good fun. Yeah. There we go. Hello, Carlos.
Hey,
Good morning.
good morning, man. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. The market gods are being favorable, so yeah.
Love it. Oh man.
Good. What about you?
I am. I had a rough morning as far as just the way I felt. Man, I woke up with this massive headache, just massive, massive. I never get headaches. I know people that get headache all the time, and they quickly pop a pill, whatever. But I don't get headaches. But today was pretty bad. So I didn't trade. I've just been sitting here and just watching and listening, man. But I did took a Tylenol like about 40 minutes ago. I gave in, and I'm feeling better, man. Feeling better. So we'll see. But as far as
Glad you're
trading,
better.
didn't take anything. Just kind of watching how things are unfolding here. So, and watching my QBTS trade that we took here with you guys. So,
Yeah.
we'll see where it goes. Hopefully,
Nice.
everybody had a great day over on YouTube.
Yeah, we're having some fun here. It's been tricky. Glad you're better.
Yeah,
Hopefully
man.
that goes
Thank you.
away and you can get back to business fairly shortly.
Absolutely, man. I heard you took Amazon, right? I was listening and you took Amazon
Yeah.
short. Nice. How's that
Yep,
working?
shorts.
Let's take a
It's
look.
good. It did a little pullback a minute ago. I was gonna go
Yep.
to the target in about an hour and a half. That's about how long these things take.
Okay.
So, slow stuff, but
Yeah.
fun. Can't complain. So, yeah, it's that time of the day again where it's kind of snoozy,
Yeah.
but the opportunities are there.
Yeah, this time is everything usually dies down a little bit. My mic is a little bit low. Yeah, I could put it a little bit higher here. I don't like to blow your ears, but hopefully that's a little bit better. Put the gain a little bit higher. Hopefully that balances it out a little more.
There we go. Just watching stuff here. Wow, these levels are something else. I mean, Apple is so precise at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Big double top, hit a target. Now going the other way again is just playing ping pong with these levels. It's fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's get some comments. When is Nvidia's earnings? Next week, Thursday or Wednesday? Let's check. So next week will be good. Actually, let's look at all the earnings from next week. We got a couple. Let's see here. Earnings. This week is pretty quiet. I know Rivian is today, but not after hours. It's not a whole lot. Today was probably the most exciting. Walmart, Baba. You had Uniform. Unity Software. But in the afternoon, besides Carvana yesterday and today Rivian, hasn't really been too exciting. Now next week, if I look at next week here, we do have a lot of retail: Home Depot, Lowe's, TJ Maxx, all in the morning. So those mornings will be fun. And then Nvidia is going to be on Wednesday afternoon. So we'll be live for that. We'll be live for Nvidia, CRM, Snow, which a lot of people like. eBay is on Wednesday as well, so eBay should be a good day. Then we got Dell. Dell's going to be exciting on Thursday. So yeah, next week it picks up a little bit as we're starting to wind down on earnings here. I forget how late Nvidia reports, you know, but they'll be next week. We'll see if
After
they're
hours, right?
making yeah, after
Isn't
hours. We'll see if they're
Nvidia? Mm,
yeah. Say again.
cool. No, all good. Yeah, it's always after hours, so
Yep.
you're not gonna find me there. But yeah.
Yep. I see SMCI is on the schedule for next week, Tuesday again. I thought we just did these guys. Um, so weird with them and the reporting. So they're showing again on Tuesday, but I thought we just had them not so long ago. All right, we'll see.
Cool, cool. So, question your set. Does volume candles influence your hold and do you move stops? Set. I don't use volume anymore. I removed them from my charts a few months ago. I think, yeah, when we were in Colombia, that was November. Um, so no, I don't use them. So I'm relying heavily on candlestick patterns and horizontal levels. So that means I really got to get very good candlestick patterns because I got nothing else to back it up. So I'm quite happy to do it this way. Just one thing to look at and gives me the results I like. So there you go.
Tesla short, Mohammed. I don't know. Who knows? Quickly here, it's getting above the V. It looks like it's having a little bit of a bounce. In the 5 minute, you got like a very wide double bottom, which if you were looking at that could have been a nice entry, but for a double bottom now it looks tough. But you can play it off the VWAP though. If it holds the VWAP here, it could be a good long towards the previous day close. I'm not sure if it's going to get there, but I like this VWAP breakout here on Tesla if we can get going. So if you look at the 1 minute, the 1 minute looks great for a VWAP breakout because the previous 1 minute candle, you had that nice buyers come in here, and here's your entry. The entry's got to be here because you don't want to be too far from the VWAP if it's going to go. So here's your entry, and then stop loss slightly below the VWAP. Got to give yourself a little bit of room. But let's see the volume comes in. But yeah, I don't see it as a short unless it starts losing the VWAP. So. And as far as your moves, you're right at that level too. So measured levels is right above. So it could be some resistance here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see.
interesting. It was support turned resistance, and let's see if it continues to hold as resistance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have a breakout.
Yeah.
What else we got here, guys?
Mac, I'm seeing very little of my setups in the last couple of days. Looks like can really be frustrating. Not sure if I need to go and add more strategies or keep steady with this. If it's working, keep steady. You're gonna have days where the market's just not gonna give you your setups, right? I'm not sure what you're trading, but I would stick with it. You can always add more strategies, of course, but if what you're doing is working, it's just a couple of days where you're not getting good looks. Let's just wait. Just be patient. But adding more setups is also another option. But if it's working, stick with it.
Mhm.
And if you're
Yeah,
not
if
seeing
it's
your
working.
setups and you're not taking trades, that's good discipline, man. So very nice.
That's it. The discipline is so important. You gotta be able to go through losing streaks and winning streaks and maintain your execution no matter what the results are. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
So discipline, very, very, very complex, but important.
Yeah, I like Tesla here for a long.
Yeah.
We're breaking out. Let's see. I have not
Looks
traded
good.
anything today, so this would be my first trade. Damn, it's going. It's going.
Tesla. Yeah, I took this trade yesterday on Tesla after a big double bottom, basically a continuation of the reversal. I
Yeah.
wonder if
Yep.
that'll set up again. I got an eye on this as well. Let's see. Uh, what does it look like?
Let's see what we
Yeah.
got going on here. Really, Naked Forest recommendation from you last week. Avi's been good, so thank you. Nice, Deesh. That's awesome.
Cool. Awesome. Glad you like it. It's a fun little book. Whoa. Okay, Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. What does it want?
Yeah, it's
See the breakout happen. I'm watching it for the retest, and it's yeah, not pushing. It's pushing down a bit. It's too insecure at the moment. 354 is a key number. 350.
World Tourist. What's going on with my QBS trade? It's going. I mean, we're up seven. We're $7 now. We're in at 590. Let me see. We should be up pretty decent on this, but did not expect it to start jumping like this. Went as high as 745 this morning. So how we're doing? I'm gonna check my Think or Swim here in my app. QBTS. Yeah, so 590, 338 shares. Again, it only took like $2,000 on this thing. Thinking it was gonna mess around and add some more if it went below 590. But yeah, we're up. We are up 380 on this right now, so not bad for a quick trade. But again, I'm looking for to add and a longer term position on it. So, and I say long term, I'm talking about years, probably a couple of months or so. Let's see where it goes. But it's done this before. It's been up to $7 while I was not in it, and it's come right back down even below my entry. So I was expecting some more of that. The range in the last 52 weeks is 75 cents, which again, that's why I only put $2,000. You got to be ready to like lose everything. Like this trade,
Yeah.
this is a gambling trade here, right? So you got to be ready to like not sweat over this thing going to zero. So the 52-week range, 75 cents. The high 11.41 before Mr. Wang from Nvidia dropped this thing. So let's see where it goes. We'll keep watching it here. We'll keep watching. This will be our YouTube swing trade. Let's see if we can get a chance to add and go forward with it.
I love it. We're all
Yeah.
living your life here on YouTube. We got leather jackets, we got swing trades, we got Carlos, Tylenol, and everything.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's have some fun with it. Why not?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
will you consider this a retest on the Tesla now?
Tesla,
Or are
yeah,
you
it's
still not
interesting.
convinced?
I'm not convinced of the short of it's made a new high at the level. It's broken through. It pushed back down, but again, quickly got bought back up in the previous candle. Now it's getting pushed back down again. It looks like a bit of a battle zone between buyers and sellers. I'm just not convinced of anything. It looks like it just wants to sit there all day and mess with us. But that's just for now. Eventually, it is going to make a move, but we need serious indications for that. There's no point just jumping in.
Yeah.
For now, yeah, for now, just leave it alone. I'm still holding on to that Amazon. It's kind of, pulled back and again on its way. It'll be slow. Just sit on it.
It could be a
What
double top too on Tesla. Let's take a look. What time frame are you looking at? 5 minute. I'm gonna assume. Let's look at the 5 minute. If it's not, let me know. Yeah, yeah. Usually, I wouldn't consider that a double top. If you're looking at the first peak at 125 and then the second one at now. Just because again, and you talked about this before, Avi. You got to get the extension. You got the extension all the way to the bottom to like 337, right? So that's your extended here. Then you got the pullback, another double bottom test at 350. We missed. I wasn't looking at it, and then here you got if you got in on that, you're doing pretty well right now. You're up almost $3 on this thing, 4 if it keeps going. So. Going the other way, I don't see. I usually like that first extension that we get in the first couple of minutes, the first 30 minutes. You got the huge drop. That's beautiful, man. That is awesome. So I don't know. I don't see this as a double top. Avi, what's your thoughts on it on the 5 minute?
5 minutes? No, it's not a double top. If you look at a 5 minute and where it's at right now, it's in a range. It's just at the top of the range. It's got a
Right.
bottom and a top. It's range bound and it's in like a $5 range right now. And so far, it's telling us that it likes to keep hitting the top and bottom of this range. If it's going to break out, it's going to be something significant. It's got to tell us that's breaking out with some big activity. But for now, no. If anything, on a 5 minute, it's a double bottom where it was bearish, a big bearish run, then a big double bottom, which is good for the move to the upside. But no, double top, not here. Needed to have a big bullish run, and then you get a double top. So for now, no, I don't see anything on this. And the 1 minute is also just messing with you. If you have doubts, I mean, you can see the 1 minute, you don't know where to go. So let it be. Don't touch it if you have any doubts. Yeah, if you look at Nvidia is the same thing, AMD is the same thing. They're all these three are identical almost. Amazon now slowly going, making you low, making you low. Come on, come on. Let's go. Let's break low of day. I do have an eye on Meta again, but this is complex. This is more complex than the others. I'm seeing a descending pattern here. All these lows are getting, or these highs are getting lower. We're also seeing the bottoms getting higher. So a wedge, basically, a pennant. And being that it's generally bearish, the anticipation is to continue downside. How would that work? So yeah, it's all pushing down, and you can see the bottoms are not pushing up as firmly as as firm as the sellers. So there's a possible breakdown here, at least in my view, but you're gonna have to get confirmation. It's too risky to enter anywhere now. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. So let's see. Microsoft was wild. You guys look at this. Did that big pop with the news? Now that's a double top on Microsoft. A tricky one, but it's already halfway to its target now. Ooh, there goes Amazon. I might have to take profits soon. So Amazon's at low of day. Let's see, the break of low of day, it'll pop quickly. 221.50 is my target. Let's see. Ooh.
Yep.
There goes Meta. Gosh, anyone catch that? I was just saying it's a breakdown.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Right back to the lows almost here.
Yeah, that's all good. We'll find these breakdowns are cool because they always give you other opportunities to enter retests of the breakouts. So I'll be waiting on that. Could happen now. It could happen in 30 minutes. I have no idea. Where is it? In the money contracts. Okay, they're loaded and ready. I'll wait for it. Meanwhile,
yeah, Apple's different though. Mishlove made Apple, to me it looks right. This is different as far as a double top. This does look like a double top on Apple, but Apple and a Tesla look very different to me. So again, I see it as long, but hey, if you see it as double bottom, a double top, take it here. I don't like it above the VWAP here to go short, but I look at Apple and look at Tesla, and on the 5 minute, man, they look very different. Like Apple doesn't look like a long. So yeah, so I see them different here, man.
Apple did its double top about 30 minutes ago and already made the move down. Yeah.
SMCI breaking out. These stocks are tough to trade, man. This SMCI just gave people such a hard time. I was listening in on Andrew Trading and some other ones in the chat room, and it was just messy. I mean, look at these, and it's messy and it's moving. Like I'm looking at the 5 minute. Some of these cans are like, $2.50 in a matter of 5 minutes. So it's moving a lot in all kinds of direction. Like it's not clear what it wants to do. Here you're finally getting what seems to be a clean breakout. You had to watch it close to the VWAP. Might test the high of the day at 59.70 looks like. So we'll see. But man, this stock got a lot of people today. Got a lot of people SMCI. So yep.
Yeah, tough stuff. Look at that. Meta still not breaking out, just making a low, which is aligned with the previous low. So not quite there. So I'll let that one go for now. But yeah, SMCI, man, it's a good reason I never look at it.
Yeah, I had it on my list as a secondary, but to be honest, I haven't traded it much lately because it's just been, we love the volume, we love the movements, but they have not been clean. It's been very, very difficult. And if you look at it, man, it looks like, let me show you the charts here on this one, where I have it. Is this the 5 minute? Yeah, so it just seems like you just got to avoid, I guess, the first half of the day. I mean, just look at it yesterday, right? Horrible. Now, around the same time we're at today, 11:40, look at the move. So maybe it's just a sucky morning stock. Trades better after mid-morning and into the afternoon. That was yesterday. Very, very nice, but horrible open. And then today, well, we're doing the same thing here. Again, 11:30, 11:40, we're breaking out. So maybe it's just not a great opening stock. So, yeah, not sure, man.
Yeah, I want to be careful with these things. Very, very careful. So no matter whatever tickers you guys watch, I mean, you still have a trade book to trade those tickers. If your trade book doesn't show up, if your strategy doesn't present itself, don't touch it, even though it's on your screen. You know, just because you have it on the watch list doesn't mean you have to trade it or even have to trade at all. That's really important about trade books. That's why we have it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
See, Nvidia is interesting though at the moment. Pushing back up into the support area, so just claiming that or reclaiming it right there. But let's see. I don't think I would touch it in this zone. It looks messy. So what else we got here? Okay, someone wants to, was it Tawifik? Sorry if I mispronounced that. Hymns. Get hymns. What do you think about hymns? Hymns moved and then stopped moving. There you go. Choppy at the open, made an opening range, breakdown of the opening range, back up to retest it, made a small move, and then it got stuck. Now it's just stuck. I don't see it wants to go anywhere. So yeah, it's not something I would touch on this action at least. Yeah.
Yep. There goes SMCI trying to get to the high of the day. It's rocking, man. So
Fun.
after some, that's Melanie nice to call it yo-yo market, then it's just started going. Look at Tesla.
Nice.
I don't know. I feel like going long Tesla, man. I'm itching. I was chopping around here, but by the time I get the confirmation I want, it's gonna be too late. Because the way Tesla moves, if you're not in early, man, it's just gonna go on you. But here it's just, you know, choppiness right now above the pre-market, above the VWAP. But I'm seeing it bullish for some reason. I don't know. We'll see. I really like that candle too. The candle over at 1140. It's a nice red candle. You know, buyers came in, pushed that up, and we're trying to close higher. But I know I'm not great at these type of trades, right? My thing is a 5-minute RB,
Yeah.
so I'm unless I see something that's like perfect, you know, I don't take them because I'm not too good at these type of breakouts at this time.
I like them.
Yeah, I know you love them. That's why we have you here. And just remember, I'm just covering for Paris. When Paris ever comes back, this is his seat. I mean, I'll be pushed to the side here, but in the meantime, we're gonna have some fun. No
Yeah.
question.
Now you caught that reversal the other day, huh? That was fun. Yesterday was it?
Yes, that was fun, man. Yep.
Oh man. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, this is interesting. Tesla again. It's on a 1 minute. You have it was bearish, then put in bottoming action. It's moved. It's doing a ABCD pattern to continue the reversal. And as Carlos was saying, this wick at 1140 is interesting. It's pushed down, and the buyers are fully taking charge of this, and even pushing further up. So it's the kind of activity you want in an ABCD pattern. It is slow, as in it's late in the day, so this is tricky. So you got to take its time, let it be there for 30 minutes or whatever it is. So timing is a tricky thing. So let's see. There you go. Let's see. Now let's see if the buyers are still in it. They were in it a moment ago.
Yeah, true test right here. Going back to the VWAP there. Let's see if they turn things around.
Let's see. Let's see. So far, the
Baba.
buyers. Yeah.
As we wait for that, let's take a look at Baba here. So you're saying, what's going on with Baba? Oh wow, yeah, this thing has just dropping. Wow. I mean, again, it's only down 2%. This thing has been up so much over the last couple of days, so you got to figure there's some profit taken. I mean, we're up big on this thing since end of January. So yeah, hit 144. It's down 10, almost $10 on the pre-market highs. Yeah, I love this stock. When the stock trades well, it trades very clean. So yeah, looking really good as it makes a new low here.
Nice. But yeah, Tesla's messing with all of us.
Dude, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, cause right there I thought, okay, you know what? That's it. We're losing it. It's going down below the VWAP and just back up and down. Yeah, it's playing games. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stay away from it. Yeah, just stay away from it.
Cool.
All right, let's
It's
get
like
some comments
Meta.
here. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. I was just looking at Meta here. So all good.
Yeah. SMCI saved you for a couple. The SMCI. Do you actually mean SMCI or I'm sorry, SMI or SMCI? Surf bar, because SMI just IPO yesterday and it looks actually this IPO today, I think. Oh my goodness, this is the worst stock I ever seen. What the heck is this? Look, SMCI. What is this garbage? Wow, I never seen anything like this. This gotta go on my. If I write a book, I gotta put this in there. Look at this thing. What is it? Let me look at this company. SMI. What is this? Van Eck HIB. Oh, it's an ETF. Oh, that makes sense. ETF, but still, oof, that is so bad.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you meant SMCI. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
There's Tesla shorts now. You guys are
Did it
messing
go
around with
under?
low.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Tesla short.
Yeah.
Fun. Oh man.
So glad I didn't take that trade.
Yeah. Let's go short, huh? That Amazon trade is still there, taking its time. Cool. So we got that working. Apple as well, just did a breakout, a very interesting one. Again, a descending wedge, flat bottom, and breaking through into the next range. Very interesting. Meta is the one I really got an eye on for my next trade.
Well, what are you looking
Same.
for on a reversal or continuation?
Well, breakout really continuing down. I see a downtrend from the
Yeah.
last 3 days or so. So continuing down, breaking through the current support zone, which is kind of where it is right now, this 696 area. 696. So, I mean, these highs are getting lower and lower and lower. Even on the 30-minute chart, it's looking good. So, let's see where I have to find a really wide stop on it because I don't know when it's going to break. As long as these highs keep getting lower, it's still valid. So the stop has to be based on that. 695. I'd love to go out of the money, but it's so hard to go out of the money when you don't have the timing right.
Yeah.
Go in the money. Anyways, so still watching, still waiting. Let's see.
All right. Highest POTR. Looking at the VWAP. Let's take a look. Mac POTR. It looks similar to Tesla, right? We just don't know here, man. We'll have to see what it likes to do here. It can do what Tesla did and go back down, but it's just wrapping itself around it. Hard to tell, man. Like, I don't have a strategy here at all. So, like Tesla, if we look at Tesla, I mean, it's trying to come back up. And the lack of volume, of course, does not help. So maybe after 12. After 12, we'll get some direction on these. But right now, it's just wrapping itself around on the VWAP at the moment. Looks weak, though. That breakdown was very aggressive. So looks weak, but It's hard to tell, man. To be honest, I don't see anything on it.
Mm.
Carvana, CVNA. Oh yeah, double bottom maybe on CVNA, man. It's sold off a lot, Carvana. So, the double bottom on the 1 minute is very, is setting out, but the 5 minute doesn't look like a double bottom. It actually looks like a downtrend. Yeah, the 5 minute doesn't look like a double bottom. It looks weak. So, and this one even has less volume than the stuff we were looking at, so it's even tougher to trade.
These are all what I call very exotic tickers, things with catalysts and gaps and stuff. I stay away from it. You guys.
Yep. I mean, this thing is down. It's down $47 today. That's massive. So I guess people are not buying used cars on Carvana. Not good.
Used cars. Wow. While you do all that, I got my eyes on Nvidia now. There's some interesting activity here. So it's been bearish. I mean, overall, I've just been thinking of Nvidia as bearish all day, really, on the 30-minute perspective. And so big push down, retrace to the level where it broke from, and just retesting it. Basically, 139 is the resistance zone. So now with the reverse ABCD kind of set up in mind, or just breakdown and retest of the breakdown area, if you could find an entry on the 1 minute, that would make some sense. It actually did that earlier. You might get the second opportunity anytime now. So this short, on a bigger perspective, is it's looking short. But that's the only thing I would look to, only direction I would look to go with Nvidia. So wait and see.
Stefan, Tesla is a short. Who knows, man? It's looking the same way it was looking above the VWAP, and I thought it was long and didn't work. So the same thing on the below the VWAP here, and it didn't. And, might not work. Who knows? Very difficult right now. I don't think it has any direction. So, but if you want to take a stab at it, just make sure your stop loss, you give it enough room, because it's just playing a lot of games if it's going to be short or not. Also, what is the SPY doing? Because I think around this time when stocks don't have a catalyst, there's just it's just kind of the market starts just pushing it around a little bit, and you can see here the market's just sideways right now. So maybe that could be happening. It's not like a SMCI, right? Where SMCI or Carvana, these guys are, they have their own catalyst going on today, and they have their own direction. SMCI, same thing. We're again this 11:30, 11:40 time frame, man. I'm just gonna start going long SMCI. Right, 11:40. 11:30 every day. See what happens. That's gonna be the strategy. 11:30, 11:35. We're gonna go long SMCI tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take a couple of shares. Look at this thing. Beautiful breakout. Did the same thing yesterday. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Everything looks very choppy to me right now. But yeah, guys, long SMCI tomorrow, 11:35. Let's put our orders in first thing in the morning.
Oh man!
Do not fill until 11:35. Long SMCI. See what happens.
Oh jeez. Okay. Don't expect me to follow you into that. Okay. I'm just not gonna be there.
Yeah. Oh man, it's madness. Madness.
So Apple has done what we were talking about a few minutes ago. Looks like again it would have broke out from the level. It just did that a moment ago. Let's see if this is genuine this time.
Tesla is choppy. Yeah, that's what I see. I see it choppy here right now. Maybe after we'll get some direction. On the big time frame, like if you look at a daily, I mean, it's clearly on a downtrend, and this thing has high as 490, and it's just kind of been heading down. We're getting a pullback here, and technically, we might go back and retest some of these lows. On a big time frame, like the daily. But yeah, right now it's just there's no direction at the moment on a shorter time frame, at least. See, like it looks short, right? And now we're buyers starting to put back in. Yeah, messy. I mean, do you think the 1 minute chart does not provide good setup versus the 5 minutes you used to trade previously? Good
That's a
question.
good one, Hassan. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. And I think the real difficulty with the 1 minute chart for most people is that you get too many setups or too many things that look like setups and basically a lot of false positives. And you can really spook yourself. You see three candles in a row and you think it's looking long, and then you look at 10 candles in a row and it looks like a short setup. And you can really then start, if you're not in the right frame of mind, if you're a little desperate for a trade or FOMO or doing whatever, it can mess with you and you can take a lot of crappy trades. So for that reason, you really want to be careful with the 1 minute. On the other hand, there are a tremendous amount of setups, but then you got to be super sharp and be able to trade that. But going off to a higher time frame, a longer time frame, you don't have that problem anymore. So I'm looking at, for example, I'm looking at a 30 minute for a setup, and I still see 10 or 20 setups a day. It's kind of ridiculous. But then I won't trade it on the 30 minute. Once I see the setup, let's say I see something setting up bearish on a 30 minute at a level, then I'll zoom into the 1 minute and I'm only looking for a bearish setup on that 1 minute. So I've eliminated the other side of the market basically because I'm going with a bigger perspective setup. And then so then I look at the 1 minute only for basically for entry and a tight stop. And that's all I use it for. So again, there's advantages to that and disadvantages. And the truth is, I think you should not trade the 1 minute chart just for the sake of getting a high number of trading possibilities. I think that's not necessary because, like I said, I still see 10 or 20 setups every day on a 30-minute time frame, and I don't have a massive watch list. So, you got to find your balance and the way you trade and the way you do things. But definitely don't create something based on a mindset of FOMO. Like if you don't get it on the 1 minute, you're never gonna get it. Now that I actually did the webinar on this last week about the mindset of fear, and you approach it in the beginning with a mindset of fear, and you create a trade book based on FOMO. It's gonna be a disaster. So a few things to think about.
Yeah, and also like if you think about it, like I trade off the 5 minutes. On the 5 minute, like you said, I want to see the setup, and then the 1 minute is kind of fine tune the entry and the stop loss. But you can't trade a 1 minute and then expect to get 5 minute, 15 minute type moves, right? Like if you're trading a slower time frame, your stop's gotta be tighter, and your profit target expectations gotta be right? You can't expect that you're gonna get these huge move of a 1 minute. Because I see that a lot of where traders they look at the 1 minute, oh, I see an ABCD pattern, but then they expect it to get to the ABCD pattern on the 30 minute. That's not gonna work. It's got to match up a little bit, right? So it's not wrong trading off the 1 minute. I know a lot of people that do it, but you just got to have the right expectation on, okay, where's my stop loss going to be? How long is this move going to last? And what's my play here? But yeah, I love the 5 minute, man. I think the 5 minute gets rid of a lot of noise because I feel like when I look at the 1 minute, this ABCD pattern is everywhere. Everywhere's an ABCD pattern on every single stock. I'm like, nah, this just can't be right. And if you're scalping, like if you're scalping, 15, 20 cents, then that makes sense. But if you want to get, $1 plus, I don't see how that's going to work out and over time. So I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, 5 minute for me, man. For sure, for
Yep.
sure.
Make sure you got alignment for sure. Yeah. There's how you go. Even like we see Andrew scalping or 1 minute ORBs, but realistically, he's taking stocks that are gapping. He's looking at a daily chart to begin with, and then zoom into the 1 minute at the open and do all that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, it's actually a daily chart perspective. He's doing it on a much bigger perspective. So, things to think about.
All right, our
Oh,
SMCI trade is working from 11:30. I'm not in it, but I will be in it tomorrow. It is going green here. So tomorrow we'll take that trade and watch it collapse. Watch it make me look so bad. And I'm only kidding, by the way. Watch people like, oh yeah, Carlos said at 11:30 we're gonna go long. No, I'm completely kidding on this thing, man. Do not follow me on that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we'll be watching it. We'll keep track of it. Let's see if we could build some kind of pattern. I remember, man, when we first started trading, because we started around the same time I did, at 2 o'clock, and this was when people were actually still going to work before COVID. 2 o'clock, man, the markets just started doing all kinds of moves, and it was every single day. 2 p.m., you can expect some kind of move, either up or down. It's just like I don't know. The traders came back. I don't know what happened. They can come back from lunch. I don't know, but you don't see that anymore. So you start catching these little things that make somewhat of a sense here. Obviously, I'm kidding about this 11:30 thing, right? A particular stock cannot do that. But the overall market, man, 2 o'clock every day, you had this spike in volume just flood into the market. So people probably
Wow.
came back from their liquid lunch feeling good and just start hitting the button, I guess. But yeah, let's see how things go.
Yeah. Fun times, huh? It was really
Fun times. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The
nice.
bond traders show up. Could be, man. I don't know what it was, but at 2 o'clock, it doesn't happen much now. But back in the days, man, it was all the time. And I was still working at the time. I was still in my 9 to 5. So I'll come back. I was doing simulation. 2 o'clock, everybody's just rallying. So it's crazy. All right, friends. Have a great trading day. Stay safe out there, man. Do not force anything. It's look at Tesla, right? We thought it was a short, it's long. It's just stay careful out there. Avi, always great talking to you, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Carlos. Always fun. Take it easy, YouTube. Talk to y'all tomorrow.